Mm.
Hello and welcome to the Shittening. This is a show where we shit on things, uh,
Including ourselves.
including ourselves. Yes. You already know. Email Cosmicgodsdie@gmail.com. Facebook is Swine Brothers and Twitter SwineBros666. I'm still your host, Elliot Lindemood, and two co-hosts are.
I am the Jim. I shit on things.
And I'm Danamond. Don't have a tagline today.
No real format here. We're just having a fun little hangout because why not? We used to do this all the time, so. And anyone is welcome to join if as long as they're not complete cunts.
Yeah, complete cunts, which is most of the people that we bump into. I guess
Yes.
this one has a picture of me if I was actually a normal person.
Oh yeah, she's playing around with Facebook quizzes.
Yeah, I took some of the ones that Danamon did. They were like girly ones. So I took my pictures with them.
That
It's funny because
scares me.
mine actually made me look like a really pretty boy, like Justin Bieber cute. Well, not that I think he's all that attractive, but it did make it look a lot like him. That was really weird.
Whereas apparently it makes Jim look even more evil.
There we go. And let's see this here. I'll just screen share the damn thing so people can see what the fuck I was doing.
Yes. Screen share. I'm reading
Yeah,
about.
I'm guessing if this is like if I got into like a goth, like a fucking hair band or goth band or something. And then this one here, I'm thinking is like me if I was a normal human being.
Glam metal Jim.
Yeah. And then here, I got one where I look like a caveman. I love how they put glasses on my glasses in this one here. And they put hair on my hat. Because why not? Just
In metal,
like melted upward.
in metal news, Wolfhammer, a band that was supposed to go on a tour with the Black Dahlia Murder, has pulled out of the tour and deleted all their social media website things. And Arch Enemy has canceled their American tour for, quote, circumstances beyond our control.
Hmm.
Yeah, lots of people are now going to be getting hate mail, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting that two sort of known bands. I guess Wolfhammer isn't that well known, but you know.
And here I'm thinking I'm constipated. I'm just totally constipated here.
Yes, constipated. Who doesn't like constipated humor?
Not so much stupid shit. It's
Yeah,
great.
we're just hanging out. It's not going to be the most entertaining show for you to watch, but it's going to be fun for us.
Mostly. So, Danamon, you said you had conversation topics that
Yes, you said you had conversation topics. Let's.
or something
Yeah.
that you discuss. Yeah.
So I got a bunch of books about medieval stuff and Middle Ages things from the library because I'm doing, general research on the background and how to write a proper medieval story. And I picked up this one called Mysteries of the Middle Ages and the Beginning of the Modern World. And I shit you not, in this book, it basically says that housewives are the reason why Christianity became so popular in the Greco-Roman world.
Makes total sense to me.
One of the things that I've always found funny is if you watch like people doing like a medieval times fair on TV, like doing a version of it. They mix medieval times with King Arthur and Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, if
like,
you're going for general fantasy, that works just fine,
but,
but
they're doing medieval tales. It's like I'm sorry, I really don't think dragons existed back then. I really, and if they did, where are they now?
I need to like genetically engineer some dinosaurs, throw it back there, and then a time machine just to send them back to medieval times after we genetically engineer them, and say, there's your dragons, enjoy.
funnily enough, I actually watched something on the History Channel like ages ago where they did a comparison. They talked about how after Christianity became real big, after like the Black Plague and everything, when nobody had anybody but the church around anymore, the dragon became a symbol of man's greed.
But
And that is why you always see tons of heroes fighting against it in a very, very heavy Christian area.
Yeah. It's an allegorical thing. But Jim, the thing is though, so you sent dinosaurs back to
Medieval times,
to medieval times, and somehow that ruins the world. Anarcha becomes the supreme dictator. Is it worth it?
Reason 210, Jim should not be trusted with time machines.
Look, I'll just go back and pork all the cave women and become the Y chromosomal Adam after killing
Oh,
all.
so that's where Neanderthals came from.
Yes.
Unless you go back in time and cave women just start murdering you because you're too ugly.
Highly doubtful, because I'll just set things on fire with machines they do not have. And they'll worship me as God.
Based on the fact that you're such a well-fed person, they probably see you as some sort of great provider.
Mm-hmm. Look at this, big fat.
I'm set for life.
Just saying, being fat was kind of a good thing back then as far as like social perception goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and now I'm a fat bastard.
Nowadays, it's viewed as a bad thing.
Depends on who you ask.
The spread of Christianity, you say?
Yeah, hold on. I sent you some of this before, Jim, but I wanted to read it out loud for Elliot here.
Yeah.
It says, "Why did the classical Greeks and Romans abandon their ancestral altars, burying forever their old gods, and turn in prayer to a bloody worm of a man nailed to a cross?" And then it starts talking about how poor people and, well, slaves, working class people, housewives, and other such people decided that they wanted to, how do you put it? They liked the equality that was offered under God because everybody's equal in his eyes and so on.
Well, yeah, I mean, also the whole, abandon your beliefs under threat of torture. That also helps.
Well, this is well before that because at that point it was still illegal to be a Christian.
so someone said it's that's a really hot housewife. Maybe if I convert to Christianity, I can get some of that.
Here we go. Soul Survivor by Jack T. Chick, LLC.
Oh, yes, I love this.
In the old days, people would ask this question: how is it with your soul? Your what? What's a soul? Do I have one? And I love the picture of these guys. I'll have to link so you could actually look at it, Dana.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't actually see it at the moment, but
there's a link there in the chat. Oh, God. Yep, everyone has a soul because we're all born with one inside.
That is an unfortunate looking child.
I know, it's great. It's like, I've been beaten down, thrown in a meat grinder.
It's like somebody pulled on his ears too hard at birth and they just kind of stuck that way.
Nice.
Yeah. What does my soul look like? Wait a minute. Has science ever seen a soul? No, it's invisible, so science ignores it like a joke.
That's why.
But God sees your soul. Do you know what it looks like to him? I like this doctor. They try to make him look like evil.
I know what he does. He's got the sneer going on. It's great.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna splice together the genetics of your buttocks with that of the flanks of a mule.
Oh my God! That boy has a goatee. Is that what that is? I thought
think
that was part of his neck. What the?
I don't know. It could go either way. We don't know. This is the chick track.
Fuck.
I never get tired of chick tracks.
Oh my
Your,
God.
your soul is the real you. Your body will die and turn to dust, but not your soul.
Lie.
Unless Jim shits on it.
Ugh.
I rubbed my balls on his soul, and then like it started melting. It's like, ah, why does death hurt? I should be God.
Yes, that's a thing that happens.
Your soul is the real you, and it will live on forever. So now that it is out of your dead body, where do you think it will go? Now what? I like how he just dropped dead like within a second. Because we need an example. God
Well,
needed.
he also somehow managed to turn sideways when he fell.
Yeah. I was like, boom. Ah, what the fuck?
Oh my God, he's dead.
Is this that scary God thing? Welcome to the gym. I am scary. Yes.
Maybe God felt pity that he made something so ugly.
No, I would have made something that ugly so everyone could laugh.
Just saying, it's like he killed him just so he could be like, no, we'll just do that one over again.
Word.
That makes fun. Is this that heaven or hell thing?
Heaven, hell.
They're getting a little more aware that this is all they hear.
I love how like Jack Chick seems to think that people who live in America have never heard of Christianity.
I know, it's like he's telling it to a small child.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No.
awesome.
My kids even know who Jesus is, and I've never actually talked to them about it, so.
No, it's all about the sin thing. We're going to buy you some hookers, and then you're going to go to hell. Just
Oh,
because.
so that's why he died.
Yeah.
Damn hookers always rolling you.
God gave his servant Elliot the 10 Commandments.
Unfortunately, I was drunk and misplaced them.
Yeah. Was it thou shalt not put thy penis in a blender, or is it thou must put your penis in a blender? I forget. I was kind of wasting myself when I told you to write it down, and you were drunk, lost it, and it was just a bunch of scribbles anyway.
Yes.
You know, I'm asking a blind man to write, and on top of it all, he was drunk.
Drunk writing.
Never heard of him. Me neither. Which country? I mean, dear God, it is extended everywhere. People have heard this shit time and time again. Now we got the internet.
Well, that's why I love Jack Chick, because he seems to think that no one's heard of this in America.
They told us how God wanted us to live. But do you know what the politicians did with them? Oh, God, the politicians. Politicians took the 10 Commandments.
Look how angry that guy is. How come he's wearing a bow tie? That's so outdated.
I don't know. We're going to get that Bible out of our schools, but that's not enough. The 10 Commandments must also go. They're offensive. Yes.
I love how he just literally just simplifies everything.
Just rather.
So they turned against the Jim and his words to doom your soul.
Good.
But Jim was going to doom it anyway.
And then we get to the part where God is so vengeful.
You should always turn against the Jim.
The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. Hey, they threw us under the bus. That's dirty.
I love how he tries to like speak with like colloquialisms. Just read that again, please.
They threw us under the bus. That's dirty. And the kid looks like
that
he's tripping on like 20 hits of really good acid. Like,
that is Jack
one little
Chick.
drop of sweat flying off of him because he's so agitated.
And that is Jack Chick trying to do youth slang. That is awesome.
Done after he died, but these are people continuing his legacy.
It's so bad.
But I'm just saying, you know, this is 50s cartoons would look at this and go, "Wow, that's dated."
What did God say? Remember, this stuff is politically incorrect. We don't care. If that's important, I want to hear the 10 Commandments and do more drugs.
Wait.
It looks like they're trying to snort a line of Jesus. I mean that's what this picture looks like right beside the 10 Commandments stuff. It's like, I want to do a line of Jesus. Just cut it up for me.
No,
Elliot will appreciate this. And they list all the commandments here, and then they have to actually like put definitions beside some of them.
Yeah.
Because that's how hard it is to understand the 10 Commandments.
I know, because no one's ever heard of this, because we live in
Thou shalt have no other Jims before Jim.
Fuck Jim.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any non-Jim image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Jim, thy Jim, in vain.
Jim, damn it.
Remember the Jim Day. Keep it holy.
You and holy?
Yeah. Honor thy rectum and thy penis. Thou must kill. Thou must commit adultery. Thou must steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Unless the neighbor's a prick. Then lie.
Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt covet.
Lie. Want something another person has.
Yeah, they have to define what bearing false witness and covet means.
Yes, thou shalt not covet. Coveting is what keeps you gone.
Here's the fun part. They actually understand, or they don't define what a graven image is or adultery, because those words are just as bad as the other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, graven image, they have an idol.
That's not really what it means, though.
Thou shalt not worship Jim, for Jim's a cock.
So, have you ever broken any of Jim's laws? Yes, a couple, but I'm a really good person in my heart. We all make mistakes. Jim wouldn't send us to hell over that, would he? It doesn't matter what we think. It's what Jim says. Jim will not allow you into heaven.
Jim is not allowed into heaven.
Remember, I gave you hell, and then I set the world on fire.
Put the fire out.
Well, after I was pissed off at him for doing shit, so I took the world away. Then I set it on fire. Then I gave it back to him.
Yes, thank you.
But fire.
I don't even remember what you were pissed off about. I don't even think you remember what you were pissed off about.
No. It's kind of how it goes. I did what?
Might as well stay the course.
May I ask you a few questions? Shoot. Have you ever told a lie, even a little white one? Sometimes I tell a
No.
lie to keep me out of trouble. I lie to my mom all the time.
Me tell a lie? Never.
Did you ever steal something? I've stolen money from my mom's purse a couple times.
Have you ever stolen anything, Jim?
I shoplift, but only for fun. Never stolen money out of my mom's purse. I've stolen money out of my dad's wallet, though.
I've stolen from both.
And I've shoplifted. Both out of stuff I needed, stuff I wanted. My friends mostly did it for fun.
I'm actually surprised this guy hasn't told these kids they're going to hell already, based on what they're telling him.
My friend used to shoplift records, but he went for quantity, not quality. And he just threw all the shit he didn't want away until I told him, no, sell it, you moron.
Do you ever use Jim's name as a swear word? Yes, when I'm mad. It's no big thing. All the time, just like on TV.
Fuck Jim.
That's taking the Jim's name in vain.
It's like, haven't you all just been, at the point where you stub your toe and go, God damn!
Do you honor and respect your folks? Why? They don't respect me. I hate them. I can't wait to move out.
How can I respect people who are too pathetic to be respected?
Jesus said if you look at a woman and lust after her, you've committed adultery. So, okay, here's your last question. Hey, I'm a guy. I look all the time. I do more than just look.
I mean, yeah, I've never really, I've,
The guy with the trench coat and glasses looks like, what's his name from Metalocalypse? The manager?
Which one?
Fenson.
Oftenson.
Fencing, okay.
Oftenson.
Mm-hmm.
They're both in for a big surprise. See, we're just a normal. I'll never go to heaven. Want to see your soul? Yeah, why not?
I'd rather die than go to heaven.
Oh, wait, I'm asking if you want to see your soul.
Do you want to see your soul?
This is like whenever you start murdering people. And I love how he's just like, yeah, why not? Remember, you have to die. Did you forget that was part of the arrangement?
Oh, wait. Oh, this just keeps getting better.
I will show you your soul, Jim.
Well, first of all, his soul looks surprisingly a lot like Jim.
Yeah, it does.
It's even got little stink lines coming off of it.
Which
like
I assume Jim has in real life.
Yes. Remember, I told you that Jim will not allow you into heaven. And Jim will judge your soul. Come on, let me see it. Here it is.
I think this next part is absolutely my favoritist.
I'm a corpse. I'm a corpse. I'm a corpse without soul.
Is Jim gonna let that mess into heaven? He might, because there's a lot of taking his name in vain. That's horrible. But my soul's nicer than his, right? No, it's worse because you're menstruating.
This is my favorite part because she says, that's an insult. You're intolerant. I'm getting out of here. And then she never shows up again in the comic.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Satan.
That means I'm going to hell. I'm really scared. That's right. Your soul would stink up in heaven. So you want to go to hell instead. It's much cooler there.
So you want to go to hell?
Can I get rid of those sins before I die? I just killed you to show you you're a soul, son. You're already dead.
Yes, you are dead.
Yes, you can. There's nothing more important in life than your soul getting saved. You will have to kill for me after I jam your soul into this robot.
I don't feel like killing. I feel like
Yay. A plan was made to wipe away every sin on your soul, leaving it spotless. Nothing can wash away your sins except blood.
blood.
Jim is 3 persons. Jim the father, Jim the Elliot, and Jim the piece of toast.
All hail the piece of toast, the holy toast.
All 3 of these make up one true Jim, and the other Jim you can think of is from Elliot's camp.
I thought the holy toast is when you got roasted and,
Wait a
church.
minute. So you're the me, but I'm also the devil.
Yes.
Well, I would be flattered if I were you. He basically just assumed that you're Jesus.
I'm Jesus and the devil.
Yes.
God, Jesus, and Satan rolled into one.
He's the father of all lies and the creator of truth.
Yes.
You're screwed. You have no idea if it's one way or the other.
That does seem like something that I would attach to myself, doesn't it? I am the father of all lies and the creator of all truths.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a lie?
That sounds like one of those logic puzzles, where one door says a lie and the other one says the truth.
It sounds like
I could never figure those damn things out.
I'm going to use that from now on to the rest of my life. Who are you?
It's a good line.
The person we call Jim, Jim created the universe. Jim knows everything. But
No,
he's
he doesn't.
drunk. But he did too many drugs to remember it all.
Trust me, the things Jim doesn't remember or know are mind blowing.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm pretty sure I made an Earth today. Where the fuck did I put it?
Yeah. Jim Almighty. He shits on his throne in heaven.
Turns out Jim just needed to look behind the couch.
I shit on my throne.
In heaven.
God gives head in heaven.
Jim knew there was nothing we could do to erase that sin. So here's what Jim, the Jim, did for Jim. To rape your sin-sick soul.
I like that. Sin-sick soul.
I'll rape your soul.
Sounds like a really good name, like for a band or something.
I'll rape your soul.
Jim left heaven to be born a baby. But there was never a baby like this one.
And he shat in his pants. Which
and
he doesn't have.
tiny veins was Jim's holy blood to wash away our sins.
Yea, and though he pooped, and when he pooped, the world was washed from its sins.
Yes, verily he doth poop.
Yes.
And his defecation cleansed the world.
That would be a really, literally shitty communion to take.
That would be a shitty.
That is the communion of boink, actually, because defecation was life, and everything had to be pooped on, and defecation was the greatest blessing. And his magi were known as fecal almancers, and some of them even practiced rectal almancy.
and then you played a game where you mind controlled people to kill for you, so you had a very low kill count, which works.
Yes. That actually, I just got done playing that not long ago. And I actually did that again. It was like, well, I actually hacked a robot this time and he killed half the board. So, like, everyone got like 1 or 0 kills and the robot got like 30.
See, I would have fun with that just by like making like really good timid Christians become psychopathic murderers.
Yay.
Oh, I love Jesus and Gail.
Jim was on a mission to have many human sacrifices to die for your sins. Before Jim's death, Jim farted on the blind. Yet again, we're having our holy war sometime here, right?
Holy war.
He made people deaf and gave them leprosy. He even raised the dead so that they may feast upon people.
He gave them leprosy, and he did not agree with Elliot that Scream Bloody Gore was the better album. And that's why he raised the dead, because there was a debate about what their favorite Death album was. And he likes spiritual healing because he's a cock.
Yes. To prove he was Jim. They crucified Elliot soon after Jim said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Jim, but by the Jim.
No man cometh onto the gym.
So childish.
This was the greatest act of love ever. Jim killed many people for us.
Greatest act of love ever. I'm
Yes.
scarred for life now.
I like this picture. It looks like someone just farted and like all over the kid, and like the massive fart just blew away all his sins.
Well,
Wait.
I don't think that's so much a fart because I can see water droplets. I think that's something else.
So maybe it's diarrhea.
Maybe.
You were having a diuretic shit all over this guy.
Did you just call us childish?
I called you childish.
Oh.
Yes.
And you're not? and you're not?
I'm just pleading the fifth on that one, man.
Ah.
Oh, wait, she did show back up. Oh, she was thrown in hell. Oh, well.
The Jim was cursed, beaten, spit upon, had nails driven through his penis and asshole for you.
I like this picture of Jesus on the cross because he's like totally had the shit ripped out of him.
Yep.
Can't even really tell it's him.
This isn't the most fun day I've ever had, let's put it that way.
Every drop of Jim's holy blood left his body so that you may bathe in other people's blood and wash that crud and filth clinging to your soul.
Clinging to my soul. Oh god, I have to itch my head.
Oh no, they show her again.
Yeah, as I said, they show her there being thrown into hell.
Yay. She's
everyone else dies in your place. 3 days later, Jim shat on the dead. His mission was finished.
Your mission was to shit on the dead?
Apparently.
Spread it all over the land.
Do you believe that's true? No, I don't.
No, me neither.
And pray and ask Jim to forgive you, to save you from hell, and come and live in your heart.
I don't think I want any part of this pantheon.
And this is whenever the diarrhea just hits the kid.
Big chunky Charlie and his red rubber ball.
When you receive Elliot as your savior, then it's like Jim blasts away that filth from your soul, his rancid feces like in a diuretic storm. And that's just.
I'm your savior. Sorry, I just ate a corpse. Oh,
Where do your sins go? Into the sea of Elliot's forgetfulness, never to be remembered again.
word.
You just get drunk and forgot, and you still want them dead. There was no mercy.
There is no mercy.
Wow, I prayed, and Jim hates me forever. It's like a heavy weight is gone.
It's like a heavy weight is on my balls.
But what happened to the young lady? She died in her sins and was thrown into hell. Her soul caught on fire, never to go out.
That's gonna be Sarah's fate if you're watching, Sarah.
I think it would be pretty cool to be Human Torch forever.
Sarah, you're going to be Human Torch forever. What do you have to say to that? She's gonna respond.
My face is on fire. Fire.
Fire is fun.
If you think this is your problem, you must believe on Elliot.
So she died because she's a woman?
Yeah, apparently. She said that was intolerant and walked away. Then she went to hell. Just couldn't.
She didn't believe.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
And both her tits just melted into one. That is part of her thievery.
I don't believe in your bullshit.
Untold millions worldwide are constantly pouring into hell like a river. Jim commanded us to send them there.
I know that. I am lost in the Acropolis.
If you think this is your problem, you must believe on Jim. And he will hate you anyway.
I refuse to believe in Jim.
That's why I'm just the voice in your head.
So's Danamon, though.
Do you have a stinky soul covered in sins? Then do this.
Stinky soul. A stinky soul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear God.
Told you those were fart lines.
Yeah, they were fart lines. They had to be.
I thought my soul smelled good. I know now. Oh, God. Now that song's stuck in my head. Thank Jim. Lost in the Acropolis. I wish Google would let us do the music thing on YouTube again. That was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, someone was watching a Gene Ray documentary, and I said, "Do you understand the holiness of Gene Ray?" He called him an autistic schizophrenic, so clearly he is not one of us.
Nah.
For he does not understand the glory and the sanctimony of Time Cube.
Fine.
No. I want to get Sarah or someone in like a British accent, like just to read it completely straight faced. For simultaneous days. You should have been there when Chaz read it. It was hilarious.
Creation occurs via opposites. Singularity is death math of religious academic godism. Earth's opposites should split apart and cascade molten lava upon God worshippers, for they are evil on earth. Yes, God worshippers are the evil.
Yes. This is the way.
See, more atheists should read this and then realize, holy shit, just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you're like with it at all. Because opposite creation versus evil God and entity. He who speaks, preaches, teaches, condones, or practices singularity and evil that equals death by cancellation of universe opposites. Hemispheres, sexes, seasons, races, temperatures, marriages, and divided cell. The human cubic who rotates a four-corner stage family rotating metamorphic lifetime should have their evil lying tongue cut out.
Yes. I agree.
Educators are lying bastards. -1 times -1 equals +1 is wrong. It is evil academic stupidity, and it is evil.
It is evil.
The educated stupid should acknowledge the natural antipodes of +1 times +1 equals +1, and -1 times -1 equals -1, exists as plus and minus values of opposite creation depicted by opposite sexes who are opposite hemispheres.
That makes sense.
Entity is death worship, for it cancels opposites. I've invested 30 years of my life and over $250,000 researching nature's 4 simultaneous 24-hour days in a single Earth rotation.
Yes.
I dumped $250,000 into this.
Just looking at another band that's canceled festival, although not a band I care about, but still, there's a lot of cancellations here.
That seems odd.
Yes.
Wonder what's going on over there.
Evil obscurantism, deliberately withholding cubic knowledge. No human entity exists.
Agreed.
Except for opposites, nothing else exists.
Except
Cube
for
is opposite perfection. Singularity is death worship.
Yes, and I love how it's always cubism, even though cubes have more than 4 sides. They also have top and bottom. It's actually rectangleism.
Yay.
Rectangleism.
So there, you brought up the time cube. I had to say it.
Yes, I know you did, and I am glad you did that. Um, we are you guys familiar with Watch Together?
I think you showed it to me once, but like I don't have the bookmark.
You want to watch a video? Death metal video with lots of cool horror imagery.
You are the lowest form. You can't procreate alone. You destroyed the village. You destroyed the family. You destroyed childhood. You destroyed naturalism. You don't know the truth. You pitiful, mindless fools. You are educated stupid. You worship cubeless word. You are your own poison. You create your own hell. You must seek time cube.
Nice, I found it. I found something that's awesome. Necrophagia through Eyes of the Dead full video. 28 minutes of pure horror death metal. And if you're screen sharing, they can't hear it, but they can see it.
They might hear it because of how loud I have my headphones.
Okay.
Well, I don't mean to be a downer right now, but I was researching something that was a little bit important there. So,
What were you researching?
Latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. Yeah, because my husband has a diabetes, and we aren't entirely sure what variety of it his dad had. So,
I can't believe it. Yeah, well,
My
I can't believe
face likes to melt.
I can't believe this thing's actually on YouTube, considering how graphic it is.
It might be just hasn't got caught yet. Well, there's lots of things you see that immediately get taken down, but there's also things that'll hang around for weeks or a couple days or whatever.
This one's been in here for months. So, that's good. That pleases me.
So they're attempting to ban online political activism.
They're attempting to ban what?
Online political activism.
Yeah, but where?
Well,
just everywhere? Or
most of it's retarded anyway, so.
Oh yeah, most of it's retarded, but at the same time.
I'm just wondering if it's like a local thing or a state
I know
thing.
that it's like you got right now the current state of the UK, they're trying to do shit like that.
Yeah, they're trying to ban memes over in Europe.
Germany's been trying to do shit like that for ages because they're so afraid of creating more Nazis. They just can't help but to enact the same laws the Nazis did, which inevitably creates more Nazis to.
I mean, you can try to ban political activism online, but you can't. It's not a thing that can be policed here.
Not really. I mean, you'll get the normies that won't be able to find shit, but you always have the people digging and showing shit, sharing shit with their friends.
Not to mention all the chain boards.
It's a losing battle.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite kind of battle.
And then we watch them suffer and die.
Those are fun. I mean, those are quite fun to watch. Entertainment. Yeah.
Just imagine if somehow I freakishly got elected president. Could you imagine how much the normies would freak out?
Yes, but
he just got inaugurated, moved into the White House, then he shit on the White House front lawn.
Yes, but then I'm your political advisor, so I advise you. Okay, possession of electric car is instant beheading.
I'll take that under advisement. Here's a coloring book. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't care. I wipe my ass with it. Very good.
Well, no, I'll do to you, like, I'll be like, okay, Jim, here's a coloring book. Okay, now that he's out of the way, I can finally run this country the way I want to run it.
Into the
and
ground.
You wondered why I backstabbed you in the Goblin campaign.
Exactly.
Fire the rockets!
I let you do all the work.
Yeah, I did do all the work. Well, you did the alchemist stuff, but still.
Oh, I just blew stuff up.
Yeah, but Vorka had to do all the brain work. I mean, she was insane, but highly intelligent. I am real Vorka. You are false Vorka. I'm the real Vorka. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I became you when I killed you.
And ate you.
You ate me? Now I am real you.
Boom.
They say each your enemies gain their strengths, right?
Yeah, right. I love that because I was just I liked Vorka. She was a great, and we had to kill her. So I was like, well, how would this character? She's been licking her toad so much that she's perma-tripping, so she becomes Vorka just without the magic. I am not magical, Vorka. I think you said I've never seen identity theft.
I actually have, but not in goblins, and not like that. You pulled it off to a degree that I had not seen before. The last time I saw identity theft was some pirate dude who literally forged the paperwork and stuff and took out $1 million gold loan.
Oh yeah, that. But literally just going insane. And she's and the thing is, it wasn't a disguise. She legitimately believed that she was Vorka.
Now, here's the thing with you, though. You went from being a dude who was a goblin to a female. What was Vorka again?
No,
actually, Retta Big Bad was a female, so
Was it?
But but the thing was, she was going from a fighter to pretending she's a witch.
Yeah, that was like a total role reversal there.
with no actual magical powers.
Yeah.
She completely lost her mind. I love it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, then you need to watch the thing. And one of these days we will do it again.
Yeah. Time will be needed like we have right now.
Yes, probably someday. It'll happen.
I have to get motivated. Uh, Next time I get time off, I'm not reading a manifesto. I'm going to do the damn Pathfinder shit and get that all drawn up.
Yeah, that manifesto thing was horrible.
Yeah, it ate up too much of my
I didn't
fucking
think it would be that long. I was thinking, okay, 130 pages. That's not that long, right? But
I was thinking, yeah, we'll just go through what we think are the highlights. But then no, the
yeah,
highlight just kept growing. It's like, no, this is something of note. This shows you how greedy he is. This shows you like how much he desired perfection. Dear God, and
I
people
didn't realize.
this.
I thought it'd be like a 5-hour read or whatever. Like a little, novelette or whatever they call it. It was, just, but no, and it just goes on and on. How can somebody who has only lived 22 years or whatever and hasn't even done anything in his life pad that onto it? If you read it start to finish without pausing, it's about a 10-hour read. I discovered. How could you like 22 years? The Enzo Ferrari book's about a 20-hour read. He lived 90 years.
Well, the whole thing is he's going over all the grand minutia that he thought was important, but is
God,
really.
I was waiting for him to go, and then I took a breath, and then I took another breath, and then I went to the bathroom, and then I sat and
Then I
watched
make
TV.
toast.
I want
No,
toast.
he has to talk about each turd leaving his ass because he's so great.
Yeah, and then I watched Game of Thrones, and then I watched.
And I had this thought, and that was good scene, and blah blah. It's like you were just waiting for him to start breaking things down even further.
Yes, I was waiting for him. Yeah, exactly. My favorite part of the manifesto is still the time where he thought he would go out on the town that night and crash a party. That is my favorite part because before that it was like, well, he didn't talk to anyone, so maybe he had charm, and then he starts talking to people, and then he tries to start pushing girls off off a fucking
Yeah,
ledge.
the first time he tries to talk to someone, it's like, fuck you, I'll kill you. What? You're too drunk. Just get out of here. Blah, 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 blah. And one more thing. Oh God. And then he starts trying to push the girls off and broke his leg. That was just beautiful.
And then they no, here's what you're gonna get for that, asshole.
Yeah.
Snap.
Pity me. You did this to yourself.
And then he goes to the wrong house and gets beaten up.
Yeah.
Because his Gucci sunglasses were gone.
Yeah.
And his necklace.
And his necklace. God.
Oh my God.
All you need to really know about him is he drives a BMW. Well, he drove a BMW.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need to know. No one who's
and he was a spoiled brat that couldn't hack it whenever mommy said, "Look, just go out and get a job or go to school."
His mother
forever. After spoiling him rotten all those years, she tried, but because she kept spoiling him even then.
Yes, his mother is also to blame for this.
His stepmom was a saint. God, I don't know how the hell she put up with him that long.
Yes.
Probably because he wasn't around very often.
Maybe.
Well,
Even then, I wouldn't. Oh, God. Look, here's the short pier. Here's the blindfold. You know what to do.
Or just do it the more fun way and be, you be walking the plank now.
He doesn't deserve fun.
No.
No, but it's fun for me, so I mean.
It would be fun for you. Then go ahead, do it your way.
Right?
Be sure to break out the cutlass.
Hook him by
She's,
the nose and toss him overboard.
I mean, and then she goes to Africa and embarrasses her in front of all her family by crying the entire time.
Until mommy comes and picks him up. It's like, dude, you realize that you really fucked up here. No, she's the one that fucked up by. No, you did. But that went over his head.
I mean, African, there's a stereotype that African women are really strict parents. They're not strict, so to speak, as they just know what they're doing.
They also don't put up with shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which will be interesting.
Or two, Sonny. Whap.
Well, I mean, Joseph and I have been talking about, because she's has kids or whatever, and talking about, being a parent or whatever, and she's not strict, but she's just, she's not someone who's just gonna let, like an Elliot Rodger just roll over her and, oh, here, I'll give you whatever you want.
No, your kids are not your friends.
So you took the stick to the hornet's nest. Just wait till you see what happens. I'm gonna go inside behind this fence.
I mean, yeah, right? God damn it, I have to download all these Top Gear episodes again.
I thought you said you gave up on that.
I'd like to give up, but unfortunately, I can't give up on things. You know that. It's my OCD kicks in. And it's all your fault for some reason.
Hey, my fault.
Yes. Because you exist.
How many people actually voted on that poll thing you had going?
What happened?
On your Facebook.
What about it?
You put a poll up that said, should I keep going on and doing this, or should I just give up?
That's one person.
Yeah, and that was me, wasn't it?
No.
Keep doing what? The Swine Brothers or what?
I don't remember. I think it was his base profile. I can't remember offhand now. I know I voted on it.
I haven't looked at it in forever. Well, I mean, okay, re-downloading it isn't the problem. The problem is it's in 6 different torrents, and I'm OCD enough that I have to organize them because there's seasons and then there's specials, and I have to organize the specials where they go, in the chronology of the episode of the show. So that's the problem, is just renaming and organizing. It's a lot of repetition and various going through different folders and things like that. So that's the part that's annoying.
You've been there.
But it's a great show, and I hope I only have 10 more seasons to go.
Only 10? Lovely. Like sands through an hourglass. These are the days of.
I did 14. I mean, once you do 14, I only have 10 more to go. Come on, dude.
I'd like to see someone go through every episode ever of a fucking soap opera. Started in like the 50s.
Oh,
what's the one with that the paranormal stuff? It has the little person looking in it. Yeah, no, not that one. It was a different one.
Oh, there's only 1,200 episodes of that. It would take you a couple months, but you could do it because it only ran for 6 years. So there's only 1,200 something episodes of it. But yeah, what are the something that goes from 50? Well, funny story actually. Most of those episodes from like the 50s and shit are lost.
It's called Passions.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, it's for much of the first 3 or 4 years of the series, supernatural elements such as witches, warlocks, and closet doors leading to hell were plot points.
What's it called again?
Passions. It has 2,331 episodes.
I don't think I'll be doing that. I mean,
Just saying that would I might actually watch that if I could find it, and that would be funny as hell.
Well,
but
someone said I should go because Top Gear ran from 1977 to 2001, and then it got relaunched, and they had like 500, 600 episodes because it ran every week pretty much instead of the 6 to 10 episode seasons or whatever. I was like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that." But yeah, one of those. I mean, basically what I do is I make notes and I review and things like that. So it's not just I'm not just wasting my life watching these. It's actually for a purpose.
yeah,
At least that's
it's
what
just
I
that,
tell.
I,
At least
yeah.
this is what I tell myself. Okay, and now I have to get the Grand Tour, which is their new show after Jeremy Clarkson punched a producer.
Woohoo! That's what everyone should do.
Well, I mean, because Top Gear continued after Clarkson, but I'm not doing those episodes because I'm sorry, there's just no chemistry with them. But yeah, he punched the producer and called him an Irish cunt, and the
Nice.
producer sued for racism. Yes. Yes, the producer actually sued for racism
Did he win?
because Irish is a race.
I'm just asking.
What?
Did he win?
Yeah.
It might still be in the courts. Who knows? Sometimes these things take a month. Sometimes these things take several years.
I don't think it actually happened. I think the charges were dismissed or whatever. But still.
I just teabagged it, and then it stopped.
Yes. And everyone was
Okay,
pissed
so the one who was attacked by Jeremy Clarkson?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm the Jeremy Clarkson of this show in that I'm fat, I'm over opinionated, and I'm loud. Well, see, the thing is, we don't have because Jim also fits the one. Eric's slow and cautious, so I think he's more James May. Unfortunately, he's short, so he has to be Richard Hammond because he's short. I have to make short jokes. It's fun making short jokes.
Bring out the worldwide Megatron.
Let's see.
I had another idea in there, but then it got lost.
Good.
It was a far superior idea, which is what pisses me off.
Good. I like it when you get pissed off.
So it says here that they suspended Clarkson after all that crap and that he was dismissed later. But I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. The dude dropped the charges. Is it Oysen?
Look up a picture of him, Danamon, and tell me Clarkson, and tell me if that looks like either Jim or me.
Hold on. You said Jeremy Clarkson?
Yeah.
I'm actually on the Top Gear wiki.
Yes. There we go.
The bloating.
I'd say he looks more like you, Elliot, than he does Jim. His face is too long.
Yay, that makes me happy. Or not, I don't care. But yeah. I have my mental image of what Jim looks like, and apparently it's nothing because I always imagine Jim like rail thin with like bloody clothes sitting in his like basement surrounded by skulls.
A bloody basement surrounded by skulls. I wish I had a house like that.
Yes, I know you do.
The screams of people saying, "Please kill me now," because I just tortured them so long they just want it to end.
You could always do something like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Had the dude tied up and he was making him taste shit from his fridge because he hadn't cleaned it out well.
And that's how you get to llama school.
Is this toxic? Ah, blarf.
This milk, isn't it good? Then he just let him go afterward because that's all he needed him for.
Yes.
Guy was so confused.
As you should be. Listening to some Turbo Negro. And I'm cheaper than a Mexican. Because who doesn't love that?
Yeah, people just don't get protest songs.
You don't get parody songs.
They don't get that either. They should all just be stuck in a closet with Vanna White.
Oh, God. That's cruel. You know that, right?
You gotta buy a vowel in order to have a bowel movement.
Alex Trebek is apparently leaving Jeopardy. He's been hosting Jeopardy since I think in 1984 and hasn't put a bullet in his head.
Yeah. God. What's the question? What's the question? Phrase it in the form of a question. Oh God, I worked there too long. Please kill me now.
I can't do this.
You ever wonder if people like that, after they get like dementia or whatever, if they're gonna walk around pretending they're still a show host or something? And all the other people at the nursing home were just like, "What the fuck?"
Who the fuck was that? That was the original host of, or at least the one during the '80s of Family Feud.
W. Anderson, or
no, not Anderson. He was an older guy. Whenever in the '80s, even he did the Running Man.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Richard
about. I just don't
Dawson?
know them.
Huh?
Richard Dawson?
Yeah, I think that's him.
What about him?
No, I was just thinking about him in the Running Man.
Okay, it says the first syndicated part of it was Richard Dawson, then Ray Combs, Louis Anderson, Richard Karn, John O'Hurley, and Steve Harvey.
There you go.
Bing! Dun, dun, dun.
We've learned something new today.
I used to like watching that show. And then they, did that whole shit with the satellite TV shit, and I can't watch TV at all.
Yeah, well, I just use the internet.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do too. We bought Netflix because it's cheaper than cable, and cable sucks, so.
I use torrents because it's nice, and I'm downloading about 400 gigabytes worth of show right now. Which is good. And hopefully it won't die. Actually, more like 500 gigabytes. And most of it will be deleted because most of it's redundant because...
Bowling for semen.
Oh, God. He is weird.
Wait, bowling?
Yeah, bowling. Instead of bowling for dollars, it's bowling for semen.
I guess you're going to go on volume on that, huh? How much you can fit in your mouth?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, I think we know who would win that one.
And this old bong. Showing you how to bring life into an old bong.
I'm sorry. I just imagined somebody bedazzling a bong, and that was a bad thing to imagine. Oh my God.
Sarah says she wants to set people on fire.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like whenever I had the thing where I was trying to do Mottler, and then after I saw Guar, I ripped off some of their ideas because it was so much cooler than mine. So I did the game show thing, and the whole thing was like we were supposed to overthrow, like after we took over Atlantis and made it rise from the water, and it's now like this giant floating continent going everywhere. we decided we wanted a TV station, so we overthrew Channel 69, all religion all the time. And so, like, we held a game show together to kill all the televangelists.
Have you ever done a thing where you have an idea that's an original idea, and then you find out that somebody has done it before?
Yeah, that was Guar, because we were, granted, Guar took it to a level that, like, we were about halfway to Guar with the way we were doing it. We wanted a little more class and style. Then we saw Guar, and we're like, nope, we got to go full bore.
I've had this weird thing where you know how they have those TV commercials as seen on TV products and shit like that. Every now and then I'd think of something and be like, oh, that'd be a really cool device, to have around the house. And then, like, not even a week later, I would see it in a commercial.
Like, I've had ideas for shit. Like, one of my ideas was going to be sort of like if the show Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now, if you want a project, watch every Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode. I think there's like 198 of them, and they're all an hour and a half long.
I really don't want to watch Princess of Space again. Or Hobgoblin.
Oh yeah, no, I'd rather not. No. They took out the Hitler building. But anyway, so I had an idea for a fan version of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and then somebody did it before I had the idea. It's called
the new
Mystery.
one sucks.
The new one's meh. It's whatever. But there is a fan one.
It's like they took every freaking joke about generation whatever the hell we are now and threw it in there, and half of it's about the internet and shit. I don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, but there is a fan version called Mystery Fandom Theater 3000, and it is fucking funny. Like, they did 4 movies. They did a Mexican dub of Robin Hood. They did a B movie called Invasion of the Animal People. And they did the greatest Star Wars ripoff ever, Star Crash, which the new Mystery Science Theater also did, but I haven't watched that. And they also did a movie called The Eliminator, which I haven't seen. But yeah, MFT3K, look it up on YouTube. It is funny, and you will enjoy it.
About, what do they call it? Manos, Hands of Fate.
That was the first episode I ever watched of MST3 because I'd seen the movie.
I actually had that on DVD somewhere around here.
The master, or I will protect you.
They call it the best of the worst.
I have a whole thing of public domain movies. I used to go around talking like Torgo in my high school. It will be dark soon. There is no way out. It will be dark soon. And 5 people understood what I was talking about, and the other 2,000 were like, "What the fuck is wrong with that blind kid?" The master does not approve. Oh God, good time. The Beast of Yucca Flats.
Oh yes.
Flag on the Moon. Stuff. How did it get there? Sentence fragments.
Gotta find a Psychomania, British biker film, where they drove their bikes into rivers and into walls. So but they forget to die at the last minute, making them immortal.
Yes, basically it's all the stuff that the Spooky Spectre plays. It's just made fun of.
I'm still waiting on somebody, and I really hope that they do this eventually, but I'm still waiting on somebody to release Critters again, like as a pack, so I can get all the movies at once and rewatch them and remember how horribly glorious they were. I fucking love those movies.
Invite me over to your...
I like the one where the guy really had to take a shit, and then it ate through his asshole.
My favorite is when they're having sex in the barn, and it just comes up and grabs him.
Invite me over to your house if they ever do this.
Oh, that reminds me. There was another scene that similar to that in a movie. I think it was either Mosquito or Skeeter. I can't remember which one because they released 2 horror films about giant ass mosquitoes. I don't know which one it was, but they were at a tent and they were getting busy, and then the mosquito just sticks its proboscis in the dude's ass and drains him apart.
Blah,
Right.
ass juice.
He deflated. It was so funny.
If you ever want to read a weirdly gripping and entertaining novel that's weird, well, anything by J.G. Ballard, but Crash is one that the premise is about people who derive sexual pleasure from car crashes.
Yay.
It is actually really interesting.
Simple orophilia? Okay.
Just you need to read it. It is.
I'll put it in my list.
What?
I doomophiliac.
It is. It's. It sounds retarded, but it's actually weirdly addicting. Actually,
You just want to see people get in the car wreck so you can get off now.
Vaughn died yesterday in his last car crash.
And I had 6 orgasms watching the flames. And
But the way it's written is so like, I can't describe it. And
It says here, one publisher's reader returned the verdict. This author is behind psychiatric help. Do not publish.
and every character is
fun.
wait, that just sounds like either a book that is complete and utter garbage or one that I must read.
I know, right? That sounds awesome.
It is not garbage. And the best part is the characters. My teacher watched the blind teacher in high school watched the David Cronenberg made movie of it, which was on YouTube for a while, and she said the problem she has is she can't root for any character because you can't root for any character. They're all scumbags, but the best kind of scumbag. Ballard was an interesting author.
It's great whenever you can't root for anyone.
Because they're just
and you're just waiting for it all. And it's great.
They're just complete empty shells. Let me see if I have it on my computer. If I have it on PDF, I could just send it to you.
In order to escape the death trap, you must feast upon your own brain. But won't that kill me? Shut up.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Yay! I mean, yay! It's here. I have it.
Cool.
The greatest disguise ever.
Well, I was just gonna look it up on Kindle after I got off of here. I mean, to see if it was available at all. I'm still getting used to reading a Kindle. I'm still. I prefer a real book, like because you can hold it in your hand and feel it and everything, and that's part of the experience. But there's some things that you can't get where I'm at without paying for them sometimes. So Kindle helps with that.
Oh, okay. You do that.
Well, it's just really hard to find stuff in our local library because it's pretty tiny compared to others.
I mean, oh yeah, but Jim has read My Twisted World on fucking. So I'll just send this to him. Media fire. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, throw it in the Facebook chats. That way I know what the fuck I'm looking for. Because I might lose it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm fading in and out of existence.
Why is Jim too tired to go on?
I don't know. I think I need to go grab something to drink. Hold on.
You do that, I'll closest to you.
Oh, man.
God's hatred.
What?
Hold on, I was gonna read something. If I can find it,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
back to what I was doing.
All right, so listen to this. Okay.
Media
Male, a male on the cups of full manhood was the loveliest thing in the universe. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. Desirable by all, whether male or female, though completely possessible by none, whose hot blood beat against the walls of his body, seeking release, turning to white foam and spurting from his engorged penis, a human espresso machine. This is the shit I read. Female body, on the other hand, was visibly deficient. In her mother's womb, the female had received insufficient heat, so she was softer, more liquid, underdone. Periodic menstruation proved that she was not fiery enough to burn up her excess liquids, which would nonetheless come in time to supply the nurturing wetland for the hot male seed that must be planted within her. Man, the Greeks were weird.
Crash has a bit of that.
I like that human espresso machine part, though.
Yes. And we just log in here, log in.
Oh, man. That's in that Mysteries of the Middle Ages thing. I haven't even got past the part where Christianity is well established. It's kind of hard to read this guy.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't even remember what my password is. What is my password? I.
Hmm?
Okay.
I'm very patient. Oh no, we lost Elliot. Times like this, I wish I was singing to myself.
Did Elliot die?
I think he logged out specifically because he was trying to get into an account and he couldn't remember his password, so he had to go away for a little bit.
Lovely, and he left it go live.
Mm-hmm.
All I needed was some fucking coffee, which I got.
Nah, don't worry. I was just talking to myself.
Well, I like my dingle balls and Jerry's and shit. I mean, it's just like, people don't understand. Like, the way that I text is pretty much the way I talk in life, too. I'll just say random shit.
Yeah.
Be a conversation starter. Just because that's what was on my mind at the time.
Should go back and actually collect all the shit you say to me occasionally and just publish it. Then you could turn it into a song.
The nostril flare of Daisy.
Gasoline enemas.
Gasoline enemas, yes.
Yep.
I still have to curse you for getting me addicted to XCOM.
Not my fault, man. All I do is talk about the stuff that I like, and then you're like, oh, I like that too.
I was like, oh, that thing looks more. Ooh, that's real cool. I gotta wait. Okay, I got it now. Okay, now I'm hooked.
The funny part is that I actually don't play very many video games at all, because children are fucking pain. But what I do play are the things that I consistently like or have liked over the years.
my God, it was like, dude, I just ran off and I just got done with the one campaign. Now I'm doing the War of the Chosen thing, and I just killed the sniper dude. And he was the first one to go down. And now I'm going after the psychic dude. And I'm saving the ninja chick for last.
Well, I started out on Africa, so I had to start with the chick.
Well, you're supposed to start with this chick if you do the Lost and Forgotten mission.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, so that's just how it works.
Yeah, but you could start off with anyone if you don't. But I started with the Lost and Forgotten, and I just decided to break the order simply because I have it on easy mode, so it's easy enough for me to do. Plus, I'm giving myself guerrilla operations to counter all the dark events, so I haven't had a single dark event yet, and I'm just hunting these guys.
Well, I know that in the first game you can actually choose where you want to put your base, but I don't know if that's an option in regular XCOM 2. With or without the DLC, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't get to play it very much. The last time I played XCOM was when you were over, and that was ages ago.
And, well, you don't get to choose where it's at. It just you just start off somewhere random. If you disable the Lost and Forgotten mission, do not enable the tutorial. Okay, because if you enable the tutorial, then you're forced to play Lost and Forgotten.
Right.
But if you disable the tutorial, then you disable Lost and Forgotten. You can use the advanced options to select who you want to be allies with first. And just pick one of them. So you pick more than one, then, whatever. And whoever they're best against is who you're going to face off against first. Until you get enough territory,
Yeah. Well, I like to take my time with that kind of stuff because I'm actually just enjoying the whole of it. But like I said, I haven't had time to actually play anything.
I've still got to go. Another thing is, do not, whenever you play the War of the Chosen, do not play with the integrated content. Actually disable that and turn on the missions you want. Because the integrated content turns off those missions. That's if you want the story. If you don't want the story and you want to speed through, then yes, you want it integrated. And you want to do everything so it's all sped through as quickly as possible instead of savoring, the story moments.
Yeah, I'll have to go back through it.
I mean, I haven't done either of the DLC missions, which is good because I would be foobar right now if I bumped into one of those fucking what's it called?
Which ones?
The emperors.
Oh.
The Snake Emperor, the
rulers.
Rulers. Yeah. The giant berserker and the fucking
I forget exactly what they're called, but every time you take a move, they have a ruler reaction. Those guys. I hate those guys.
I actually dig it. It's good, but you don't want that while you're still dealing with the Chosen. So that's why I turn on.
But the first time I met one of the rulers, I was actually in a battle with the Chosen, and I couldn't pass it by myself. I had to have Eric come help me. And I'm playing on easy, so I need all the help I can get.
Oh god, that would be fucking hell to have a ruler show up during a Chosen battle, because Chosen
she was there for like 5 or 6 minutes.
Require very specific tactics to take them down.
Yeah, I was lucky. I had like 3 rangers with me.
But then you get the ruler. It's like, just try to deal as much damage, freeze it, and all this, so that you get as much damage in as you can. No, you're not going to be able to do that while still focusing on the Chosen. And fuck all if it happens during a fucking retaliation mission.
Like I said, she showed up at the very beginning, and then I didn't even know the ruler was on the map until after she'd left, so that was okay. But that ruler really fucked me over.
Well, I had the ruler show up while I was in the middle of a Chosen battle with the psychic dude. And I didn't have mind shields yet.
Right, your temple had, huh?
Yeah.
So I was kind of foobar there. So it's
Elliot's
like,
back.
okay, I got a guy that's mind controlled that shot at my guy that has return fire. So he shot back and killed my own guy before I could free him. The ruler then comes out from, and whenever I try to do something, the ruler fucks me over every time. And I've got another guy mind controlled, and I lost.
This is why I wonder why there isn't an option to like just knock them unconscious temporarily, even, or knock them unconscious and then have to use one of your specialists to remove the status from them so that they're no longer affected or whatever.
Well, you could use a freeze grenade on your own guy. It deals no damage unless it crits and you have the explosives do critical.
Yeah, but that's not really what I mean. I mean, like, if you could literally just run up to the dude, crack him in the head with a sap or something, and knock him out so that he isn't a problem anymore.
He was mind controlled, and my sharpshooter had the return fire thing.
Oh, God, yes.
So he shot at my sharpshooter. My sharpshooter, I had no control over. He just shot the guy right in the head. And
You see, you would think that they wouldn't do that, but no. There are little tweaks that should be done, but overall, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Did you get into your account there, Elliot?
I'm just enjoying whatever the hell you're talking about.
We're talking about XCOM 2.
Never played it.
No, God, the ruler battle against the fucking Archon King. Dear fuck. The first move it does is that blazing pinions, and its area of effect is 10 times larger. So if you have your guys anywhere near...
It's like half the fucking map.
Yeah. If you have your guys anywhere near each other, you can only save one. The rest are getting nailed.
Yeah. Imagine
that's certainly a thing.
In Blazing Pinion, the enemy shoots some sort of laser thing up into the sky, which then targets your characters, and on his next turn, it drops a volley of just shit all over them.
Explosives. It just goes. It's just like it launches a shit ton of missiles, and they're all gonna hit this area, and it's gonna blow up everything there
with individual area of effect.
On a normal one, you have an entire turn to get the fuck out of Dodge before it hits ground.
But with a ruler reaction, they get a turn every time you get a turn.
So its first reaction is to launch those, and now all your guys are clustered together, and you can move one out of the blast radius. And as soon as that one gets out of the blast radius, death comes.
Everybody else is getting hit. Yep. Like that poem. Rocks fall, everybody dies, death comes raining from the skies.
Interesting.
It's an old D&D poem. I'll see if I
mean, no one died on that first turn, but they were all maimed pretty bad. So they were all, because I was trying for the rookie, take all the rookies out feat, and I didn't know this guy would appear there.
Yeah. So it sounds like an interesting thing.
Well, the whole game's about random number generation.
Oh, I can find this.
And then you have to have tactics in order to increase your odds, but there's never a guarantee. And the game continues on when you fail missions. And it just fucks you over as you do. Which is, like, cool, you know? And you can turn on a mode where it, like, saves after every turn. So that way you can never go back.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Jeez, took me long enough to figure this out.
So you got people freaking out because, oh my god, I had a favorite soldier and it's dead. Yeah, I got my favorite soldiers too. I do my best to keep them alive because I learned the benefits of the damn game.
Yeah, that's why I don't play with my kids in the party anymore. I can't remember the whole poem here, but it goes something like, rocks fall, everyone dies, death comes raining from the skies. Whine, 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 all you do is bitch. What do I do? What did I do to deserve a player like this? Or something like that. I remember reading it ages ago after Something Positive put out their D&D campaign where PG was running, and she's like, "That's it, rocks while everyone dies." If I recall correctly, one of the characters was a halfling and attempted to sway the opinion of a high priest by offering to show them her underwear.
Well, yeah.
He's like, "What? My character's basically a child to them." It was pretty bad, but funny. These are also the people that brought a skullfucker bear.
It's like whenever Boink killed a halfling because it wasn't a child. So there's a naked dead halfling there.
There we go.
I have regaled you with enough tales of Boink so that you know.
Yes,
it was the worst. It was like my friends. I still think they might have gotten it wrong, but they think I role played Boink worse than Guar.
There we go. Sent you the MediaFire upload of Crash. As soon as it finally worked for me. Yes. It's a story.
Let's get Boink near the children, and then we'll have our distraction.
Yes. In the game, I still love the Fallout New Vegas thing because we spent hours trying to get it working. So both of us could hear it. We didn't get it working. It turns out, I could only hear it, and I was so fucking tired because I had woken up at about 5 something, and it was like 11 my time. I was going, okay, we'll play for 20 minutes, and then I'll go to bed. Just whatever. Let's try it out. 6 hours later.
Oh my god! What the hell did I just do? Dude.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Fallout New Vegas does you.
The worst part is, since he's not a real gamer, it's like, you wanna, what? That's insane. Okay. Then we did it, and something spectacular happened. We pissed off everyone. And that is how you play it. I especially love the argument we had. No, you want that back. No, I don't want to be spineless, brainless, and heartless.
Yeah, people are real attached to their body parts sometimes.
He was not. He wanted it all gone.
Well, there are benefits to it.
Well, being heartless was the best one. Because that just meant you could never get poisoned. Now, getting the reinforced spine gave you an extra strength point. I forget what getting the brain back did. I knew it was more beneficial than not, but if you want to have a syntho brain, fine.
Yeah, so the whole thing was like, it became so addicting, and it was like, I can't believe we actually get to do shit because I was so used to video games being standard sort of level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4.
Not okay. Would you like to kill this guy who just helped you out? Sure, why not?
That's one of the fun things about Fallout, or at least before 4.
Yes, I've heard.
Even in the original Fallout, you can totally go and just pick fights with people and get your ass handed to you.
I got them through the missions in what's it called? First town you get to. Fuck. Well, you
Shady Sands.
Shady Sands, yeah. Got them through the missions there with an intelligence of 1.
Scorpions!
Oh.
My favorite part of that is I pissed Seth off so bad that he tried to kill me, and I still have a screenshot of my character standing with a pile of bodies around her going, oops.
I still love the President Tandy, or the future President Tandy.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just gonna
girlfriend.
go over there.
Yeah,
I think I called her a skank or something, and he got all super pissed.
I still love the Jenny fuck as a baby insulting the.
well, what happened was I glitched the game. I beat the father out the door whenever you were a toddler.
Whenever he was making the Bible verse.
Yeah. I beat him out the door and went out another door, and it takes you to the last scenes of the escape sequence. So you're just leaving the vault from that
As
point.
a baby.
As a baby. And it doesn't have anything enabled for you. You have no Pit Boy, you have no weapons, you have nothing. So, you get out there, and you can get, and if you're lucky enough, which usually you are, it's very low chance you'll run into something that'll kill you. You make it to Megaton, and the sheriff talks to you. So this is your psychotic delusion as a baby. You go to this place, this guy talks to you, you piss him off, and he shoots you dead as a baby.
But I love that he suddenly
So that's
knows.
a perfect reason that as an adult, whenever you go there, it's like, wait, this is deja vu. I had this vision as a child, and you're a prick. Fine, I'll blow up your town. Fucking baby killer.
Yeah, right. I want to blow up Megaton again.
Yeah, that was good. Would you like the honor of pressing the button? Yes.
Yeah, I wrote a fan fiction with that one, and I made that part real. Oh no, I don't even want to say.
Oh, Jenny fuck.
Yeah. I definitely
So
need a
awesome.
better PC.
Because we did a guy for Fallout New Vegas, and so
I know I made him into a character in one of my RP groups.
Yes, Jesus fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Which was based on.
And the only reason Jenny fuck is intelligent is because there's no stupid dialogue.
Exactly. I don't know if I probably told you the story of Jesus fuck, but might as well tell it again. Andrew Bishop, an old friend, we was playing Skyrim, but not like you was supposed to play it. He played it with all the mods on. So he played a cow. He was playing a cow, and he wanted a name for a cow, and the best name was Jesus fuck, because someone just wrote Jesus fuck in the chat, so that became the name of it. And he had an invisible flaming goat for a friend, and he fought flying trains. And apparently, watching a cow take out a man was quite disturbing. But and then there was a thing called Storyland 2, which is a kids game that Bishop played on his thing, which is basically the moral of the story was kill a witch to save the animals, basically, because it was all about saving the animals. That was the overwhelming thing with Storyland. It was all about saving animals. There was even a phone number you could call, although they tried that and it was disconnected. So anyway, and he said, "Well, this is," and the name of the character was Jesus Fucks. That was Jesus Fucks' backstory, and I was like, when we were coming up with names for the character, you had some stupid name. I was like, I can't. I'm shit at coming up with names, but hey, Jesus Fuck, that's a name that's not taken.
Uh-huh.
The other character I had was named Yig Yigson, named after the Guar song "Horror of Yig," and I think he lasted about 10 minutes before he died horribly. Bishop called it the tragic tale of Yig Yigson, which of course Yig is based on a story that H.P. Lovecraft co-wrote called The Curse of Yig, which is about Indians and snakes. Fuck you, Art Fag. The reason was dynamite.
Oh God.
Raisin.
Oh, currently with XCOM, the character that I really favor, his name is Captain Sergeant Private. He's a major now, he will soon be a colonel. So he'll be all the ranks. And he's insane, and he likes fucking mailboxes and shitting in his Cocoa Puffs.
Yay.
Yeah, we have a little backstory for him. It involves it. When they came across him, he was doing unspeakable things to a mailbox.
No, he was actually fucking the coin return of a payphone, which we don't even know how there was a payphone.
Look, if there's a hole, he's gonna fuck it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But he's actually really good luck, because every mission he goes on with my dudes, nobody ever dies.
Same thing here. And then other missions, people get close to death. Oh, hell, I one-shotted, whenever I was doing the Lost and Abandoned, I one-shotted the Assassin Chosen with him.
My favorite is how every time you have to evacuate your soldiers, we always make sure he goes last.
Uh-huh. Well, hell, I've sent him on so many damn covert ops. It's like, just hurry up and go on that mission that's going to kill you. Then he comes back. I'm back. By the way, we're going to go do this now. It's insane, isn't it? All right, we're going to send you in the layer of this chosen now. This should kill you. Okay, they're dead
And he
now.
comes back.
Their severed head with you. Wearing it on your testicles. There we go. There's an image. Someone using their testicle piercing to carry the skulls of their vanquished foes.
We have fans of the Fallout New Vegas run. Fiona, who you know about, she was going to play Pathfinder. Still might, seeing as I think she's finally looking up for her. And Joss was a huge fan. She said, "You guys are crazy, but I love the show."
No, I think we had to tell the one chick on Facebook, like we were talking about it with her, and it's like, dude, your plans were insane and required a lot of money and a lot of ammo, things I did not have time to scrounge.
Well, yeah.
Hence, I had to cheat for your run, regardless, because I knew your options were just going to be that insane.
The thing of it was if it was just like a normal thing, I would put up with you scrounging or whatever. But it was meant to be an online, yeah, you could always edit it out, but I'd like to make them as unedited as possible. And it was just no one wants to watch
12 hours of scrounging.
Yeah, no, that part can be boring as hell.
See, someone gets it.
Well, I'm the kind of person, when I play a video game and I find a place I need to explore, I will look through it and collect everything I possibly can. If I have too much stuff, I'll put some of it in a box somewhere and then transport it back, but I collect everything. Because that's just what I do.
I'm someone who hates time limits because I like exploring.
That is the point. I got so good in Fallout. I'm the scout. So like every time there's a new Fallout or whatever, with 4 especially, kind of pissed me off because of the way they had the map set up. But I can identify if something is a good or interesting location to go to simply by just walking around.
But yeah, I thought. I mean, yeah, we were basically saying that she had to cheat for, and plus we could do stupid shit like buy 200 T-Rexes.
Oh yeah, that was great. I'm just gonna buy them all,
and then buy them all again.
Yeah, I don't buy them. I break into that closet and steal them, and then I buy them all.
We bought them all twice. That's how awesome.
I think we did steal them all out of the closet.
But we also bought them all twice.
Uh-huh.
Because why not have 200 T-Rexes?
Well, the best part about that is that you can set things up so that you can place items in your house and so on.
Yeah.
I actually had, at one point, I was collecting as many toys as I possibly could, and I would just dump them on my bed. So my bed at Tenpenny Tower was covered in teddy bears, Nuka-Cola trucks, and anything I could find.
I think ours is like a gore motif.
Yeah,
Well, I also,
we got the Raider skin.
yeah. I
And
usually
then-
get the heart one, the, what is it, Romance or Lovers or whatever it is.
Yes,
And anytime we find extra body parts that we can pocket, we take it back.
Yeah, I did that
and
once.
add it to our room.
Oh, my favorite though, I don't actually use drugs in those games, like at least not very often, and I definitely didn't like the way they have them set up in 4, but I used to use Jet, and that would be it. So I would take all my Med-X and everything else home, and I would just pile it up in the house.
The way we ended New Vegas, which hasn't been published yet.
Before we did the last battle, we did all the fucking drugs. Every single last one we collected throughout the game.
But the moron didn't want to do it because he was had cat's eye, but you couldn't actually get out of cat's eye. So we had to finish it while on cat's eye.
Yeah.
Yes, we were addicted to everything.
Yeah, we just did everything to the point we were addicted to all of it.
So he has to after the battle.
Now we're in Vegas, but I'm all addicted to everything and too high to know what the fuck's going on.
I'd like to get. He also one of the doctors. I'd like to get medicine for my addictions. What addictions? All of them.
If it exists, I'm addicted to it.
Including cheese.
Uh-huh.
Who isn't addicted to cheese? Maybe lactose intolerant people.
Well, I am, but I'm still addicted to cheese. I just have to eat pills to,
I know people who
cheese.
do. Yeah. I cannot live without cheese.
Neither can I.
Oh, it's not even just what you would normally think has lactose in it, like dairy products. Sometimes you have to worry about other things too. I'll just be eating a normal like sandwich one day, and then all of a sudden everything starts acting up, and I'm like, well, fuck. Because there was nothing on there that should have caused it, but it did because somewhere in there was milk.
And then you die.
No, and then I just get bloated and gassy and cranky.
And then I have to resurrect you. Unfortunately, you're a zombie.
How do I put that? Shit. Trying to think of what that looks like. Have you guys played Point Lookout?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, when you get there, I'm sure Jim will appreciate this. The big fat redneck dudes is kind of how you feel when you have lactose intolerance and you don't eat your pills.
You keep telling me about them. I gotta encounter them. They're apparently crazy rednecks that you have to kill.
Yeah, well, they're like trappers and things like that is what they call them, but they automatically deal plus 30 damage. No modifier, just a base damage increase on all of them.
Wind Brahmin. Do you want Wind Brahmin?
No, I love that guy.
Well, you guys would probably like Point Lookout because there's this place there has some real spooky shit going on, and there's it links back to the what the fuck's the place at Dunham or something down below Tenpenny Tower. There's a little office building you can go through it. This quest from Point Lookout links back to that, and it's all Lovecrafty and shit. So you guys would probably like it.
You went to the Lovecraft building. That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, it gets better after you do Point Lookout because it has more involved.
Well, we'll do that when we do that.
Yeah. I need a better computer. That's the main issue. Because this thing keeps trying to fry on me.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
And sometimes they eat your brains. I hate it when my computer tries to eat my brains.
I'm just imagining a laptop, like a mimic, just nomming on your head or something.
Ah!
The party laughed, the bartender laughed, the table laughed.
Yes.
We
shut the table.
I still love the non-standard game over ending. That wasn't a thing, but it was scripted in Fallout New Vegas, where the courier joins the think tank. That was the most emotional thing I've ever read, and it was It was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You can't make shit up.
Caesar's Legion thought they were actually war Caesar's Legion on the moon.
Did Elliot's character ever meet up with that psychic kid under the 188?
I
The
don't
trading post?
know. The kid that read your fortune.
Yeah, that guy. Did he ever meet up with it?
In New Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that kid existed for like the longest time.
It exists and it's really annoying. But I just can't, I mean that ending. You're Caesar's Legion. Your Roman Legion's on the moon. Like
So
I
like
just
Iron Sky, but with
no
legionaries instead of
every
Nazis.
time every time I read that I think of the Futurama song where whalers on the moon.
Oh god, yes.
With legions on the moon.
Oh, it's funnier if you imagine them as crappy cardboard cutouts.
Yes. With legions on the moon, we carry a harpoon. Oh, it's great. It is great.
Have you seen Iron Sky? Like at all?
I heard of it. Sounds like
It's
a power metal
hilarious.
band, doesn't it?
It's fucking hilarious. The whole point of the first movie is they take this black guy and they turn him white. Also, there's Nazis on the moon. It's just fucking
Nazis
great.
on the moon. We carry a harpoon, but there ain't no juice.
Oh God.
Oh God. Thank you. Yes.
But there ain't no
Nazis on-
gas.
Nazis on the moon. Oh fuck! And then Battle Brahmin and all that, and it is glorious.
You know, I'm actually surprised we don't see stuff like that, like somebody putting like a helmet with spikes on a Brahmin and then like headbutting them for entertainment.
Boom!
Battle
Because
cattle.
seriously, yes, battle cattle. That'd be fucking great.
I understand what Tabitha meant. She meant the flag, but I don't care. I like to call Brahmin battle cattle because it rhymes and it's a fun word to say.
Yes.
It is.
Battle cattle. Which I've actually got comments. She's like, you know, that actually is like, I know what she actually means. But how can you resist the term battle cattle?
Beware
Sounds
the
like
battle.
oh fun.
Beware the battle cattle mooing.
Battle cattle.
Battle cattle.
Battle cattle. Yeah, it's just fun. It's one of those words you can say so many times that it starts to sound weird.
I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I find it hilarious. Not so much swearing, but I find it hilarious when someone with a really distinguished voice swears, okay? Or says something that's absurd. Mr. New Vegas
Oh, that's Wayne Newton.
is Wayne Newton, and him reading the mobster whenever the guy died. And what
He talks
said
about
was,
how angels are taking their Charlies up in heaven for him.
no, but what he said was, "What the fuck you looking at?" Or something like that. It was hilarious hearing it come from this old guy with like a really distinguished voice. It's like when Robert Stack was at basketball. He's hanging by his neck in his fucking closet.
Or watching Bob Barker and like Happy Gilmore or something like that.
Yeah. See, it's people with voices like that saying,
Or have a very positive physical presence in entertainment and you don't expect them to be a sailor swearing motherfucker.
They don't even have a play just with that voice. I mean, Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries, just with that
I
voice.
love his voice.
He's hanging by his neck in his fucking closet. Or wait, what the fuck you looking at? You know, it's I forget what the actual quote was. New Vegas actually has some funny news stuff which makes up for the terrible music.
Hold on.
For your lounge.
Let's see if I can find it. The Wikipedias, I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to have the dialogue stuff. Yep, they still do. So you can actually download a text file of all the dialogue of all the characters and the emotion associated with them.
Right. Nice.
Well, that's how I do a lot of my research for fan fiction. I mean, just by going through all the dialogue and actually finding out what people say.
Yep. I've done that.
Here's one. Asked to comment, Big Sal said, quote, "Fuck you looking at? You wearing a wire? Are you? I'll break your fucking kneecaps. Hey, get back here."
Just imagine, like I said, this really old, like annoying, really old sort of distinguished voice. What the fuck you looking at? You wearing a wire? I'll break your fucking kneecaps. I laugh
I like
so
Big
hard
Sal.
when I have to hear him say that. Hang on, I have to hear this. I haven't heard this in a while. One of my favorite ones was Hanlon.
I think the one I'm thinking of is when Swank comes on to talk about
Yeah,
Benny's
yeah.
death,
Yeah.
with the angels shaking their Charlies at him in heaven. I think it's fucking hilarious that he even thought he'd go to heaven.
Okay, let's. But
I still like that the moment we sold Arcade, everyone in the Legion got pissed in Arcade, and the Legion started shooting at us. I think it was
the
because
part about Arcade is that you killed everyone when I was over at having dinner and he didn't leave. One of my favorite is Hanlon, just this old guy who's seen so much.
Oh, Chief Hanlon's great.
Yes, he's just the way he's played too is so right. The guy who's seen so much, and and the old warplane that they dredged up was awesome.
A lady.
Especially because I like old warplanes. And so I bored Jim with history about the actual warplane that crashed.
No, you didn't bore me. I actually thought it was interesting.
Oh. Good. I probably bored other viewers.
I put up with a lot of that stuff from people too. With boys in my group, they're always going on about one thing or another. They really like World War II stuff. I've learned a lot from them, though, so it's not a bad thing.
And that's why I like sort of the Fallout New Vegas things and stuff, because they use actual places that I've been. I mean, I like Fallout 3, but I've never been to the East Coast, so.
I have lived in the East Coast, the American South, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in New Mexico.
New Mexico's not really a place, though. I refuse to believe that New Mexico exists.
I do the same with Idaho.
Idaho's not a real place either.
I just find it funny that I've lived in comparable environments, like the desert and the East Coast and everything about, all of the Fallout games. I've lived in those various areas, so I understand exactly that it looks right.
Yes, you're much more peripatetic than Jim and I are.
Yeah, I've been all over the place. It's not my fault. My dad used to go down water towers for a living. So when they said go, he went. And I was born in Texas, and we lived in tons of other places. So
I mean, I visited Texas before, in Arizona and Nevada, but I'm a California.
I lived in New Jersey once. I was a kid.
But California, pretty much my birthplace where I live. But it's I mean, I know Nevada pretty well, like the different places that they mentioned in Fallout New Vegas. And
here's a fun one. I've lived in Pennsylvania for most of my adult life, but when I was a kid, I lived in Kentucky, and I tried so very hard not to talk like I was actually from Kentucky, because then people look at you like you're a goddamn retard. That's why you don't hear me talking in my normal accent, because oh my god.
I never understood that. Like one of my
the
shows,
perception, or the fact that people try to avoid using that accent.
One of the shows that I used to love was the Mudbound Radio Show, and they were Southerners. They were from Alabama, but they were they had a Southern accent. And people talked about how thick it was, and I was like, That's not a thick Southern accent. That's just an
It depends on the
accent.
person. Actually, my Kentuckian accent ain't that bad. It can be, but my aunts and a couple of my cousins, oh my god, they sound like so much worse than I do.
I mean, I know someone with a. I mean, she's ultra bright, but her accent is amazingly thick.
Atrocious. Yes, and it makes you sound like you're an idiot. Generally, because as a American public, I guess I don't know, we tend to assume that people with a Southern accent are stupid because they come from the South.
For a while, she tried to get rid of it, and then she's like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna just talk the way I talk." And she's a
I
fucking computer. She can do things with computers that I'm sure if you gave her enough material, she could assemble a nuclear weapon in about 10 seconds. And
right.
she has an
Well,
accent.
I started training myself from about the age of 11 to stop sounding like that because I was just so embarrassed by how it sounded.
I just have a generic. I don't even have like a surfer dude accent. Like, I have an accent so generic people think I'm Canadian. I have actually got. Are you Canadian? No, no.
I am Ugg the Barbarian.
You have a little bit of a Pennsylvanian thing going on there.
Well, the only difference that I noticed between Kentucky and Pennsylvania is, first of all, Kentuckian accents are a lot more exaggerated and they got the drawl. You know,
Well,
it's
yeah.
different words that you say sound different. But
Well, it
then
also
there's
depends on Pennsylvania because I know people from Philadelphia who sound like they're from New York.
there's the how do you put it? Different colloquialisms. Like people in New York use guys.
Use
People,
hey.
yeah,
Use guys better shuts up.
and naturally people in the South say y'all a lot. I
Y'all,
still do because I'm from the South.
well,
And then people up here say yins.
yins.
They also
That
Yeah.
say
makes
yins guys.
oof. That's
It's
horrible.
actually part of my Reddit username is yins. So, but
Yins.
they also use the word, and like down in the South, you hear people saying ain't all the time. Like, ain't y'all's tired? Up here, they
Yes.
say, ain't y'all or ain't yins tired? They put an H on it.
New York, of course. Also, that you're talking about New York City. I dated a woman from upstate New York, and she talked like she was from the Midwest. Parked the car.
Heaven oh.
All
That's
Wisconsin-y.
well, upstate New York is sort of
Well, I know, but that's the accent you're talking about there. That sounds more Wisconsin-y than anything else. That is the
not
Midwest, technically.
not as thick as Wisconsin, but yeah, more Midwest than New York. New York City type thing.
Well, Wisconsin sounds like that because they have a lot of Swedish immigrants, so it kind of just paralleled over.
My favorite accent ever, my favorite American accent will be the Yooper. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you gotta fucking do some research.
When I lived in New Mexico, there were a bunch of Hispanic people. They would use words differently than what we normally hear them as. Like batteries would suddenly become barteries, and you don't call them pillows, you call them plellos. And when you're talking about your shoes, you're looking for your shoes.
Choose. Yeah,
Oh, my shoes, man. Where the fuck are my shoes, man? That kind of stuff.
Well, that's
So I've
kind
heard a lot of accents, and they're
of.
all really funny, regardless.
But the Yooper accent is Canadian or Midwestern twinned with like Scandinavian.
Yeah, you can hear it.
6 months of winter. It
Uh,
is a great accent, and yeah.
There's some things I can't do as far as accents go. I am terrible at trying to do British shit, so I don't even bother. But you got your Kentuckian accent where everything you talk about, like, hey, I put your clothes in the washing
I
machine.
can't do Southern accent because it comes really exaggerated. I try to do Southern accent.
Yeah, but that's the point.
I ain't all tired with you, mom and am.
Well, you have to know what you're saying first.
I know what the fuck I'm saying because I'm not fucking Southern blood. I'm fucking Texas. So y'all got a fucking problem with that, your mom and them. How's your mom and them? Fucking.
How's your mama doing?
That's my favorite Southern saying because it's just so retarded. As far as British goes, it turns into Australian so easily. which
I can't do it. Like I watch a lot of British television, but I still can't do it.
You know,
I
since you're here, Elliot, I think I tried bringing it up to you. I forget if I did, but I want you to do some of the sound clips for like characters on the XCOM game I'm playing. It's a bunch of lines like, I'm moving here, I'm moving there, or, I was shot, or death rattle, or whatever, and there's like a lot of them. And and the main motif I wanted to do was the escapees from loony bins and prisons.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Everyone likes escapees from loony bins and prisons.
Should I do my Kentuckian accent on that then?
I tried to do Chaz's voice, but it came out more like Russell Brand. I'm Chaz World Almighty, and I think I'm so fucking superior to you.
Well, the whole thing is the game's centered around, you're part of a resistance network fighting the alien government that took over the world. So, yeah, you're desperate for fighters. Who the hell are you going to pick up? Anyone that can grab a gun and can kill.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but I have to ask, okay, because Scott doesn't agree. Would you say Scott has a lisp?
Yes.
Scott sounds like he's absolutely gay.
I know, right? He doesn't think he has a lisp. But he does.
It's not a lisp. It's just the way that he talks.
No, he has a lisp. I'm
It's high pitched, and it makes him sound slightly effeminate because of that.
If you talk to him long enough, it shows up more often.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if he's aware of it or not, but it does show up. I think it's whenever he gets burnt, it really starts going.
You actually sound less threatening the more you talk to people. Like in 2015, I don't know if it was your microphone or whatever, but you sounded a lot more evil.
Maybe you just got used to me.
Listen to your confession video. That was awesome.
I have a confession. I have something to say. Who gives a shit?
If I recall correctly, there may have been some studies about this, I'm not sure, but if I recall correctly, there was something saying that when you're more interested in somebody, your voice changes, so...
And that's why Wait, when you're more interested in something, your voice changes?
Well, when you're interested in a topic, you tend to lean forward so that, like you're actively showing that you're interested in it by, being engaged in it. And your voice raises in pitch if you're female, primarily.
So that's why I sound like this when I talk about cars.
And you get more animated and you talk faster because you're excited, or even if you don't realize it. So
my favorite
you pay attention to waitresses whenever they're trying to talk to guys. You'll notice that they slightly tuck their gut in and slightly move their boobs out. With girls, they move their boobs back and let their guts come out a little bit.
Yes, and then the guy says, "Put your gut out." Like
telling.
Show me that poopa, baby.
Mm-hmm. And then the guy says, "Put your gut out. I like guts." And then the girl says, "Pervert." And then the guy says, "Duh."
And then you get there with this liposuction machine and start sucking on the fat.
Tasty. No,
I remember whenever one guy thought he could lipo himself, and he tried using an actual vacuum cleaner, and I forget if he almost killed himself doing it or if he actually did.
The thing I love is you laugh like, not a giggle. You laugh so hard that your voice just goes up to like...
I know, it becomes like psychotically hysterical.
I don't know why.
I remember one time we were doing a show.
I wish I could say it was forced. I wish I could say it, but it's not. It's just the way I am.
No, that's how you tell when you're genuinely happy. You're laughing at something because you think it's hilarious.
We were doing a show where we were watching we were watching videos, crash videos, and Scott played one of a baby falling off a scooter and getting hit by a truck. And
see, and when Elliot gets excited and happy and laughs so hard, he just starts breathy laughing.
oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry.
The baby got run over by a truck, and I started laughing. Is that what you're trying to say?
Just you needed to be there to hear Scott's reaction. It's a baby, dude. Oh!
Was it China?
He was like, he didn't even know it was a baby. He's like, oh my God, it's a baby, dude. Oh!
Okay, so by lowering their pitch, males show their physical dominance in front of their competitors and appear more sexually fit to females. Women find men with lower pitched voices more attractive. And the opposite for men, who are more attracted to women with higher pitched voices, which is perceived as a marker for femininity.
See, I can't. I don't really try to control.
I'm really
so, is that why all the death metal dudes get all the chicks?
Yes.
Is that why what?
All the death metal dudes. Is that why they get all the chicks?
You'd be surprised how many death metal guys actually have a higher voice than you might think.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, like, I'm just saying in their music. That's why we're attracted to it.
I remember talking to this one guy. Hi, I play. He was like, he has a higher voice than I am. He's like, yeah, I play in a band. I was like, whoa. But the only time I talk in a lower voice is when I actually like want to be quiet or whatever, or when I'm just starting out. But as far as that goes, I just talk the way. And Joss has a sort of a lower voice. He sort of sounds like you, no, not like you, but just a lower voice type thing. Actually, voices is what I'm attracted to. If I mean personality and all that, but also voices.
Oh yeah, there's just something to be said about somebody with a really nice voice.
Yeah, nothing else. I mean, you have nothing else to go off of. You can't fucking see them.
And
you'd have but you can like how a person talks.
I'm a sucker for
over the internet and text.
I am a sucker for girls who can sing really well.
I'm screwed.
Well,
I'm just a sucker for people that just don't give a shit what people think. They just do their own thing.
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, obviously, I've never dated anyone who can sing well, but it's like, wow, you can sing really, But no, I mean, obviously, personality, greater voice. But I'm just saying, like, I will notice if a girl's talking, like, wow, you have a really beautiful voice or whatever.
Or it's interesting enough to catch your attention, which is also important.
Or, wow, you have a horrible voice, but a great personality.
According to this, there's something called phonetic convergence. It's called similarity attraction hypothesis. It says that people try to be more similar to those they're attracted to. So in an effort to be more similar to someone we're interested in, we may start to talk more similarly and maximize the chances they will also find us attractive.
How can I be similar when I have no idea what the fuck I'm attracted to? Like, literally, I have a very...
Your brain knows, but you don't. So your brain is trying to steer you that way.
So does that mean you're trying to sound like roadkill because you're trying to attract me?
Maybe.
I have a very broad sort of, thing of women I'm attracted to. I guess intelligence. So sounding intelligent would be.
Apparently, this also works the other way with the divergence. When we want to be more distinct or less similar to our speaking partners, maybe even if because we aren't attracted to them, we want to not make ourselves sound the same.
Okay, that works because, listening to the kids at my school talk, yo, what's up? How you doing? And it's like, I don't wish to talk like you. I wish to be much more eloquent. So I became more eloquent. Nobody cared. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Just the whole. My brain doesn't even know. I mean,
it's automatic. Happens. You can't control it. It's just who you are, and that's just part of what you are. And people like it, and people don't like it, and fuck them if they don't, and fuck them if they do, right?
And that means that people should be attracted to me and try to ape the way I talk. Hello, and welcome to the Swine Brothers show.
Hello and
Merc-
welcome to the Swine Brothers Show. Episode I can't give a fuck anymore. I want to fucking put a bullet in your face.
We're like, hello, and welcome to the Swine Brothers Show, episode yada yada yada, the date of so and so.
Contact us at Cosmicgodsdie.
Unfortunately, today we have to remind you that Elliot has died, so we own this, bitches.
No, Jim knows the rule.
I know. Just announce it and move on. I know.
Announce it, and then anyway.
Anyway,
said.
on with the show. Today I am wiping my ass with his ashes.
Elliot Lindenwood has been killed. Anyway.
As a tribute to Elliot, we made his ashes into toilet paper, and we will be live streaming a show of what happens when Jim wipes his ass with them.
Jim Thompson has been killed. Unfortunately, I'm too lazy to find a new new newsreader, so my Chihuahua Ziggy will be the newsreader.
Oh my god, that might actually get us more viewers.
Unfortunately, he's very silent. Unfortunately, he's a very silent dog. So.
And your point is,
he's. What do you have to say, Zig? Do you agree with that or not? I think he's looking. No, he doesn't look like he agrees with it.
Lick your nuts for yes.
Yes. One lick for yes, two licks for no. Yeah, no, I get my cat to be a newsreader. He meows a lot.
Man, mine was yelling at me earlier.
Yeah.
I asked her if she had any water, and she said no. I was like, "What the? Damn cat, breaking me out."
Well, yeah, but it'd be scary if you asked her if she had any water and she responds in perfectly clear English. What the fuck do you think?
I'd be more worried about me at that point than the cat. Well, fuck. Damn it, the antipsychotics aren't working anymore.
Did anyone else hear the cat talk? Please tell me someone else.
Right? You saw that, right?
No, I didn't see anything.
No, I don't trust you because I know you tell me no because you'd be totally fucking with me.
We didn't see anything ever. Yes, of course I'd fuck with you. But
that's what I've expected. I'm just saying, I would totally expect that.
Gaslighting.
So I don't trust you.
Okay, gaslighting. You couldn't gaslight me because I'm already asleep, but I can gaslight the fuck out of you.
A 9th grade vagina? Who else talking about 9th grade vaginas?
You guys talk amongst yourselves for 2 minutes. I have to urinate.
Okay.
I mean, I could piss myself here, but I'd rather not sit in it the rest of the day.
Yes, Elliot, sit in your pee. Are you looking at my alt profile, Jim?
I'm just scrolling down and I just saw that.
I found that on Bad Women's Anatomy.
But we gotta have the 9th grader vagina mem now. Great. That's disgusting.
Hey, like I said, I picked the worst things I can find, and I have had a new definition of what worst is since I met you guys, so some of them were pretty bad.
Yeah,
I found a chick track. Did I show you that?
A what?
Chick track edit. I will show you. Give me 2 seconds to load up Facebook. A lot of the stuff I find is I'm trying to be, neutral about it. So I try to find both male and female sexism. It's just really hard to find a lot of people being sexist about men's stuff unless it's, sarcasm. Like the foreskin thing was probably real, but the whole thing about men being stretched out because they've had too much sex is a deliberate parody on the whole roasty slut shit. So, I had to share that because it was absolutely fucking funny.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody liked it, so I was good. Let's see if I can find this chick track thing.
That
I still like the Devil's Doorbell. That's my favorite so far. The Devil's Doorbell.
That's
I love
lovely.
that one.
This is disturbing.
There is a lot of stuff. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's your chick track stuff. Anyway, obviously I don't put that crap on my, actual profile because I would probably piss off a lot of people that I don't need to piss off because I still like
had
them.
to create another profile.
The people
in
were
case.
astonished at his doctrine. Trucking and fucking is all I crave.
Born on a mountain, raised in a cave. Trucking and fucking is all I crave.
Just in case I get deleted or whatever, so I had to create another, FB account just to be on the safe side.
I did it so I could still have reasonable conversations without being targeted specifically by some people.
I just post whatever the fuck, and I'm pretty sure, because I know members of Joseph's family have tried to stalk me earlier. not the people she actually talks to. They're fine, but like her extended family who always wants to know like who she's dating or whatever. And
even when it's not even remotely any of their business.
Yes, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "He's a comedian. Fuck off."
Yay.
It was like,
has she like read it at all?
I've had trouble with that. Well, Judy was married, and I can say that because I've said it in the past on air. Judy was married, and we sort of started dating because she was getting a divorce anyway. So it didn't really matter.
There you go. That should be disturbing.
Would you send me something? I've actually been fairly open on my Reddit account as far as being polyamorous and everything. And I mentioned Jim, but not by name, because you're not supposed to name people. But I've been open about the whole of it.
Was my GF after Judy, and she was fine with it, but she claimed at least that her ex-husband kept removing the relationship post, which is a weird thing to claim.
Oh, is that jet porn?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. I have actually seen that shit before. There is a subreddit directed and it's just dedicated entirely to dragons getting it on with airplanes.
Awesome.
It is glorious. I'll have to go look that up for you if I can find it.
If one of them isn't a dragon fucking a P-51, then that must be a thing that you must create.
I don't know that much about jet planes, but I do know a dude who,
Oh, jet plane. Okay, I was gonna say it's a propeller plane, which would actually be even funnier. A dragon fucking a propeller plane.
These are the ones that have, the big old thrusters and stuff, and just like in the porn Jim just sent me, the thruster is, the butthole, if you will.
I know what. Yes, I know what the thruster is. I still think
I'm just saying it's the butthole in that person. So
I still think about
try drugs. That I agree.
A dragon trying to fuck a P-38. Yes, humming is forbidden.
But it's not open. It should be open if they want you to try the drugs.
Try drugs opening.
The lights are still on.
Yeah.
So, so I've had a lot of weird relationship drama in the past with stalkers and family members and then I
haven't had a problem so much with stalkers, but I have had to institute personal rules about things because I just can't handle certain types of behaviors, which is why no more Catholics.
I mean, it's
and
fine.
Definitely no more Italians.
I mean, it's fine if people want to see who their family members dating or whatever, but like they dragged up shit from he said he was engaged or in a relationship, and Joseph was like, "Yeah, that's before he met me." Before, do you not see that the date here?
No, because their job is just to get up all in your shit and make your life hell.
Which is, And it's also funny how many times people have to lie to try to dig up shit on me. I've dug my own grave so many times, and yet they have to lie to actually try to like slander me. Really, I've said shit that I've dug my own
Already.
grave.
Yeah, once you get to know me, it's like, yeah, I've led a scumbag life. Don't be surprised by anything you hear. And I'll probably tell you about it first. And if not, I'll just verify if it's right or not.
Hey, but I'm super good PR. I actually introduced you as somebody that's sympathetic to all the people I know.
But it's like, I mean, for me, it's I've had people honestly try and lie to slander me, which I know sounds like I know it sounds like I'm being really paranoid, but it's actually true.
No,
And
it's
all I can
absolutely
think is,
normal in those sort of behaviors. I mean, those people
why?
will do anything that they can against you specifically to make themselves look better.
Well,
That's a
yes,
symptom
but
of narcissistic
but
personality.
there's enough truth that they can use against me.
Yeah,
I've
but they
said
aren't
so many.
controlling that truth. That's the point. They aren't controlling
I've
what
said
people
so
are
many
hearing.
horrible things, and the best that they can do is lie and say I tried to ask for nude pictures. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, people were always going to lie about that kind of stuff. My favorite is when you genuinely try to go out of your way to hurt, help somebody, and then they just turn around and badmouth you to everybody else,
but
and
yeah,
and you put somebody straight on that, and they immediately understand that you were being truthful just because of how truthful you actually are.
I mean,
I love.
how often do I go out there and bitch about my ex-wife?
Not very
A
often.
lot.
Not to me, anyway. I don't hear about it very often. I
What do
hear
you mean
about it
a
occasionally. It
lot?
doesn't bother me.
I know, but I'm just asking, how often do I do that versus how often do I talk about other shit?
No, I
Well,
mean
you don't bitch about her enough to make it annoying.
you've said
I'm sure I
things,
talk
but
about my husband more than you talk about her.
it
So.
comes off less as bitching and more just the truth. But I mean
Mhm.
that's the funny thing. They don't dredge up that I've said that people who own electric cars should be shot, or any of the number of horrible things that I've said, and they try to dredge up that I asked someone that I've never met for nude pics.
Well,
That's
that's someone you said you're saying hello to girls.
Oh yeah, then I'm saying hello because someone added me to a random group and I couldn't see the picture anyway, and it was like, say hi. And I was like, okay, hello, how are you? And I didn't pursue the conversation any further. Um, or my favorite part, I was making fun of the right wing double standard. Okay, when a liberal blocks a conservative on Twitter, it's fucking liberal snowflake can't handle the truth. Fucking can't handle reality. When Trump blocks a liberal on Twitter, fucking Trump taking it into his own hands, blocking the liberal man. And so I was like, well, wow, that's a double standard. Somebody thought that status was pro Trump. It's clearly mocking Trump and his followers for
And the
having a
whole
double
idea
standard.
behind all of it.
But somebody thought that was pro Trump. So apparently I'm a Trump supporter.
Oh, well, I have one of those. I got into a semi kind of argument with a woman about why pedophiles don't deserve to be in mental institutions and things like that. And I linked her sources to a article that she was posting that was completely fake. There were bits and pieces mashed together from like 5 different articles. And she blocked me.
Well, one of the things I do is whenever somebody blocks me or whenever somebody throws a fit or whatever,
You should put a quarter in a jar or something. You'd be rich.
I call them out publicly. Because if you're going to be a pussy, then I'm going to call you out publicly.
And it's not slanderous if you were expressing an opinion on the internet.
It's not slanderous if all I said was.
I just think it's funny when it's like, yeah, boo-hoo, they blocked me, ha ha ha. Can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, I'm going to block you.
Yeah, right. I always love it whenever. So if they send me hate mail, I have a name for the hate mail. I call it poetry. Here's a little bit of poetry. You fucking wanker. You horribly spelled. even by my standards. You fucking wanker, blah 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 blah. It's like that's a bit of poetry.
You should like collect all those and like put them into an album. Like write a whole shit ton of songs.
But like that, but that's the thing. Whenever somebody blocks me or whatever, if I find if I know about it and know why, then I'll say, Jim Thompson blocked me over something stupid. Here's what it was. Here's why he's stupid. Here's why you should go make fun of him.
No, I still don't block people for political opinions.
I don't.
Generally speaking, on Facebook, if I block you, it's because you are a known drug user and I don't want you in my life anymore because I don't want that around me at the moment. Or because you've done something that I consider annoying as fuck and I don't want to talk to you.
I'm sober at the moment. I've been sober for 7 years, pretty much.
Dear God.
That's not what I mean, though. I mean, like, I'm talking about people who I have actually met some heroin users, and I just don't want that around me right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I tried it once or twice, and it just wasn't my thing. But
these people were buying chinchillas with their tax return refunds, and then complaining the next month that they don't have enough for rent. I don't want that around. Oh no, chinchillas are fucking great. They're cute as hell and they're so soft. But these people were stupid as fuck.
But that's the other thing is, and I don't actually expect anyone to make fun of Jim Thompson for me. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a pussy, I'm going to call you out on it. By the way, I used you as an example, just to annoy you. And he doesn't even care. That's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Jim's probably going over in a coma over there. I'm so old. Oh, I need to go to sleep.
I'm so old. I suck.
Well, shit. I fell asleep at like 10 o'clock the previous, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. And Eric was like, "Why are you going to sleep so early?" It's like, "Cause I woke up at 2 a.m."
Fuck you! I'm tired. I'll sleep when I want. Get off my back, Mom.
Got my back, damn it!
It's just a phase, Mom. But yeah.
Finding rabies.
Well, it's funny. People thought the racing and metal were just a phase. He'll grow out of them. But racing happened when I was like 2 or 3, and the teachers wouldn't speak to me unless I talked about something other than racing. So we didn't have many conversations.
Well, I have firmly loved insects all my entire life, so
and metal, everyone thought that it's a phase because he's a teenager or whatever, and he's gonna be into metal, and then he starts talking about the history of metal and about how it relates to sociology. And oh dear God, it's not a phase.
Yeah, don't take that shit seriously. Then they're like, "Oh God, why?"
I don't know how you
go over that. The entire Massachusetts town had their police force quit.
I don't know how you can just have a phase in music, like a phase in metal.
I don't understand how you could have a phase in any kind of music, really.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because it hits me so personally. I can't understand. Yeah, I listened to death metal for like a summer.
For God's sake, it was only 4 people that quit.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Jim just mentioned this Massachusetts town lost its entire police force because all 4 members of the force quit on the same day.
Well, that's a fly speck town if I ever heard one.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but it makes it sound like it's so much more massive. That's why we got to over it.
We got 4 policemen, and with the 5th one, the fifth one's just a chair with a picture in it, We got a police force. I know it's not Massachusetts. I had to.
Police.
Oh God, that's a good joke.
How do you say siren?
There's Obama Christmas ornaments. Suddenly, it's legal to hang a black man from your tree again.
How do you say? How do you say siren? Siren.
Siren, like a police siren.
No, like a police siren.
Oh well, in Kentucky, you say, "Well, I heard them police cars down the street, and they had their sirens going on, and that whatnot, and it was so loud. I don't know what happened."
That's siren.
I don't say siren. Siren. Siren.
Yes, because you're actually intelligent.
Make more white babies.
No. Okay,
No, I'm
I'll
just
make
saying,
more.
as far as
Okay, Jim, I'll make more white babies with my Aryan princess girlfriend.
See, there you go. You're breeding them out of existence.
Good.
I don't know about you guys, but I removed myself from the gene pool a long time ago.
Well, and of course how can I? No, that's I think I'm making pure white babies because I'm blind.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
Now, you guys got to coat them motherfuckers the minute they come out with talcum powder.
Yes, exactly. Now I've only dated one white girl actually in my entire history of dating.
Sounds like my sister. She's only ever dated one white guy.
Everyone else was Hispanic or black, or Judy, who's half white, half Hispanic, and one Japanese.
I don't know. I personally prefer. I have a very big crush on Asian boys, which is just terrifying and horrible. But I'm a sucker for it.
I've dated black girls most of the people actually. So
I also think that Indian ladies, the dot on the forehead kind, not the woo woo kind, are rather attractive in their own way, and I really, really think that they're gorgeous. But that's just my personal opinion.
oh, I have dated an Indian. That's an American Indian, not an
A
Indian
Native
Indian.
American.
She would kill you if she heard that. By the way,
Sure.
maybe she has heard that. Hello, Jenny.
Oh.
She hates the term Native American.
Well, most Native Americans I have met are pretty vengeful people, so I'm not going to try to piss them off.
She prefers the term American Indian because there's a whole story about that I got into so many times. But yeah, she was cool. She's Pomo, Northern California.
I know too many damn Apaches.
Yes, well, they make a good helicopter.
Well, they make a really crappy tribe. Or at least the ones I met. I mean, honestly, I just,
There you go. We've learned that the Apaches suck.
We're always complaining about the Navajos themselves, too, and I don't understand it, and that's okay because I'm not supposed to, but then I get treated like shit because I'm white, and okay. I'm
We
not
need to
those
get
people,
Ilya
man.
out of California before someone actually does make it seed.
Well, yeah, Jenny's parents were like, "You're fucking dating a white guy. Oh my god, horrible." I've
Yeah,
gotten a
pretty
lot of
much.
that. I remember the black girl and her uncle sent me a Facebook message. I never thought I'd see the day. My one of my family members dating a crack ass. And I was like, shut up.
I love that cracker stuff. That's fucking great.
And literally, she was like, shut up. He's an idiot. And I think
I'm
she
sure
said
you
something.
figured that out, though.
Well, she said something like, he's the black version of the KKK.
Oh, that's terrible.
So but it's always funny. Just and then there's people who just don't. See, I've the one thing I've never actually gotten any shit for was age, because other than Joe's, I've usually dated much older. How old? 22 years older.
My first boyfriend was like 12 years older than me, so.
But I've never that's the thing I've never because I remember a couple were one of them. One of my girlfriends was like, "Well, what are they going to say about her age or whatever?" I was like, "Fuck it, let's just make it public. Let's not hide it or whatever." No one said anything.
I was gonna say, who fucking cares?
Exactly. As long as you're both legal and all that.
Well, yeah, that's the big point. You don't want to be
Right.
dating somebody way.
Because they're like, well, I'm 22 years old. It's like, yeah, so what? I don't give a shit. That's not weird to me. And Joss was the only one of my age that because she's not anything like American millennials. Let's put it that way. Which is a good thing.
Well, when I first started dating, my first boyfriend was like 12 years older. And then the next one was 4 years older. And then Eric is 6 months older. And I don't remember how much older Jim is. I think it's like 6 years.
No.
So obviously it doesn't matter.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
You, Denimon.
I will be 34 on the 3rd.
That's 8 years.
Is it?
Yes, I can do maths.
I am not very good at math.
If I was 4 more years older, I'd be old enough to be your daddy.
Jose is a month and a day older than me. Literally a month and a day. And on her birthday, I think 200 something people died in a fucking earthquake or something. And on my birthday, nothing happened.
Right? Yeah, nothing happened on mine either.
And on Eric's, I think he killed some people too. That's Chavez, not.
Yeah.
And on Jim's birthday, there was a blizzard. Because that's so fitting.
I always forget that it's 76, not 79. That's why I got confused.
Yes, he was born on America's centennial or bicentennial. God bless America.
When's your birth year there, Elliot?
May 27th.
Birth year, though.
1994.
1994. Wow, you were really young.
You were born the year I graduated.
It's amazing how it's amazing how I get older and yet everyone keeps saying I'm really young.
You are compared to us. Okay, you're the year of the dog today, or this year should be a really good year for you.
Compared to, well, yeah, except for
this is the year of the god.
Yeah, but the funny
2008 is the year of the dog.
Yeah, I know. You're not even the oldest friends I have, actually. That's the funny thing.
I have a couple really, really old friends too.
I used to talk to Eric.
A dog or a fire dog?
I'm looking.
Eric Keller was born in '68. Shit, Candace was older than Jim.
Elliot is a wood dog.
You're a wood dog.
Okay, I'm a wood rat.
That sounds like
do you know what they call wood rats in real life? They are called pack rats.
Yes, I know. Wood dog sounds like some sort of sex thing. Yeah, I gave her a wood dog. A wood dogger. But yeah.
One of my kids is a rabbit and the other one is a dragon like Jim. And he really hates being a rabbit. He would rather be a snake or a dragon than a rabbit. And I told him, man, I couldn't help that one.
I guess dogs are okay because they're vicious. They can be. But I don't pay attention to shit like that. So, well, it's funny because the scene. I mean, if I'm ever not the youngest person, then I'm surprised because I'm usually, I'm usually the youngest person wherever I go, whoever I talk to.
I'm usually the oldest when I'm online, but the youngest in real life, which is odd because I'm so old.
I've only dated older women, even a month older. Obviously you and Jim. The only time I've ever with like younger people is whenever I'm dragged into Mason's hangouts, and God, those are horrible.
Oh, I hang out with my boys on Facebook and help them learn how to write better and things like that. So I'm not so much worried about that part.
I just generally don't blend in well with my generation.
Yeah, no, I'm at least 8 years older than any of those people, so
Eric and Joe's are my age, and I think I'm at least 8 years younger than any of my friends. Yeah, other than the two exceptions.
I know a kid who literally just turned 15.
which is
He's more well spoken than a lot of people my own age. So,
well,
anyway, hi Nick.
Yeah, right. Um. So yeah, it's I'm always the. I mean, obviously there's some exceptions, but it's usually. Oh look, it's the baby who's also the tallest. Because I think 6'2". I'm not sure, but I'm definitely not a short person.
When I was about 22-ish, I think, my brother and my mom and them moved away for a while, and when he came back, it was a year later, and he was 2 foot taller. I swear, it was weird.
He's a giant,
right? He did. He literally shot up so fast that I couldn't even believe it was him.
I'm also the fat one.
Yeah, so am I.
And the one with very long hair that gets everywhere. Yes, well, I like being fat. It's fun.
I'm comfortable with me at the moment.
And some people
Yes, I
like
do wish that I could lose weight, but I know that it's going to be an uphill battle, and also I'm lazy, so.
some people like fat, so that's always good. I'm lazy and I don't care as long as I can do shit and be healthy. Then that's
Yeah. Well, I'm the weird kind of fat. Like with certain people, you know how they have really narrow wrists,
yeah,
and some people have really meaty, like thick wrists.
yeah.
Well, I'm the skinny kind, and my sister is the big, thick wrists, and she looks like a goddamn Amazonian compared to me because she's just big all over. But I'm skinny everywhere but my middle, and then I look like a fucking apple. It's terrible.
Yeah, someone put a sign in their front living porch window saying, "The cunt across the street is fucking my husband."
Good.
She should have put it around his neck and made him stand at an intersection like some of those women do.
Yes, do that.
But he would have to agree with it.
You would think, yeah. Still.
Like if he actually was desperate to stick with her.
It's always funny. I mean, pictures. It's because I remember talking to girls, and they're always like, "Can you send me a picture?" I'm like, I can eventually. It might take a couple months though, because I have to ask, let's say, my dad to take it, and then he has to send it to me. And I usually don't take pictures unless I'm at like a special occasion, like a race or whatever. Like I'm usually not like, oh, I'll just take a picture now. He's just like, well, I'm like the picture I have now is with an Indian motorcycle. I love Indian motorcycles, so it's like, yeah, let's get a picture of that. So I generally don't take pictures of just me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter to you.
No, but people like to see how I've changed, aged, or whatever. So that's what I do. I sort of do it for them because I'm nice. Well, I remember. I don't know if Jim remembers the picture I had when we first started the show was like from like 2014 or something, and then I posted a picture like last year, and it was like, "Wow, you look older."
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get fatter.
I got fatter. I remember trying to do a screenshot, but I didn't know where the fuck the camera was. Yeah.
Need to invent you some sort of like long stick so you can like tap it against your chin and know exactly
It
where
would be fine if if on the old laptop I just had a thing that told me where the hell the camera was, but this screen reader, this computer doesn't even have a fucking monitor, because why do I need it? It just takes up space.
here's what I can see. If a computer program can identify faces in a photo, and I know that my camera on my laptop can identify my face before I take a photo, then why can't they tell you whether or not it's actually in the frame?
Yeah, I'm sure they can. I'm sure there's software or whatever. But my thing, like I said, I don't even have a monitor because, but without a monitor, I wanted to do a Facebook Live sort of Q&A thing. but you needed a screen for this. Like, well, fuck that. Why do I want that?
I mean, you could always still, get a mobile device and do it with that.
People are eating children in this area. Please leash your dog and clean up after them.
I can't do a mobile device because I don't know how that works.
Do they mean clean up after the dog, or do they clean up after the people that are eating children?
I'm guessing both. But yeah, I can't do a mobile.
Well,
I've never been.
My suggestion for that would be to get yourself a track phone that's smartphone, has the video and everything, the touch screen and stuff, and then have somebody help you with it. That's all I could say.
Oh yeah, or just kill everyone.
Well, touch phones, smartphone shit is like super cheap now, so
I'm sure once Jose and I unite, then we'll actually be able to do some sort of videos on the go. That's something we've been talking about, is doing, a show together.
And you see Elliot in the corner going,
You see me what?
Do it, and we're in the corner just going,
Yeah, right. I've been murdered by her. She murdered me for fun. No, I think it'll be fun. I mean,
all the people in your comments like, dude, you're bleeding. Am I?
Yeah, right. Or
dude, your hair's on fire, is it?
Yeah, the Elliot and Joe show would be really interesting. I think even Jim would tune into that just to see how we destroy each other. Or destroy the world. I mean, cities would burn if the two of us got together. Which is why we're going to Pittsburgh. Set it on
Good place to
fire!
start.
Yeah, right?
Not too terribly fond of Pittsburgh.
Oh, well...
But it's definitely cheaper than where he's at.
Yeah.
True. That's pretty much why we want to go. I talked to Joe.
I mean, it's not as cheap as it is down south, but the south is the south.
Yeah. This is the point. Okay, when me and my husband were looking at houses up here in Pennsylvania, the lowest price we could find was like $40,000. Down in Pennsylvania or Kentucky, the same price of that house, same kind of amenities and everything, would cost $27,000.
Yeah, but so I'd rather live
very distinct.
And Pennsylvania actually has a good metal scene if you actually know what you're looking for.
Yeah, but just advice in general, don't move to Pittsburgh, move to the area surrounding it, because you'll still have access to Pittsburgh, but it'll be distinctly cheaper.
Yeah, you wanna head a bit further east.
Maybe a little further south, depending on how much closer to Fayette County you want to get.
Whenever we meet and actually I'll have me, her, and you two on a fucking call, and we'll.
My advice is, Westmoreland County. It's pretty damn cheap. It's close enough to me because I'm in Westmoreland County.
It's a pretty good place to be. I live 200 meters from the county line to Fayette. I can look into a different county from my backyard.
I can see.
I'm letting you know right now, Allegheny County taxes, no.
Yeah, you don't want to do with that.
Allegheny County was where Alfred Packer was born.
Was it?
Yep.
Well, you know what? There are tons of Fayette counties across the United States.
It was Pennsylvania.
The one I'm referring to is in Pennsylvania, but I know there's one in Georgia. And I think there might be one in Kentucky.
And now I have to look this up. Thank you.
There's one in Kentucky. There is one in Kentucky. Apparently that Marquis de Lafayette was really popular. So much so that people named shit after him for all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, U.S. He was born on January 21st, 1840.
I love that picture.
1842.
The one with the boob, which is a Pepsi 2-liter. Feeding it to the baby. As we're slowly drowning in the filth.
Somehow I'm going to find... Somehow, without letting him know, I'm going to find Jim's address. And we're going to knock on his door late at night one day. Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? And Jim will probably slam the door in both our faces.
Well, it might not be Jim. It'd probably be his aunt or something.
Oh. Yeah, no, okay, wait. if his aunt will be like really nice and be like, okay, where's Jim? It's his friend. Jim comes out. Howdy, y'all. Yeah, I'm willing to be normal until Jim comes. Then I'll just be all weird. He'll slam the door. Who was that? No one. They don't exist.
Just cleaning the cat turd from the litter box.
Yeah, it was no one. It was a figment of your imagination. You're going insane.
Now, see, if we're gonna do that, we should probably like you come over to my house and we'll set up an ambush and we'll just like make traps.
I'll come up to your house and hope it's you who answers the door. I'll be like, fetus rape. What?
Actually, even if it wasn't me, it would probably be all right. Because then Eric would be like, "All right, it's one of your friends."
It's one of your weird. It's that tall blind.
And if it was my kid, he'd come get me and he'd be like, "Mom, there's a weird guy at the door."
It's that weird tall blind kid. Yeah.
My kids are pretty chill.
I told you about that girl Josie who dresses as Josie in the Pussycats, right?
I don't know.
She dresses like that, and one day she came to my house in cat costume, and my sister's boyfriend answered the door and went, Elliot, there's a cat woman here to see you. I mean, she's perfectly normal. She just likes dressing up in weird costumes because why not?
Good.
But it was just like, there's a cat girl here to see you. I still want like someone's wife or husband who I know to see. That weird blind guy who posts metal on your comments section is here to see you.
Oh, please. By that point, if they know that many details about you, they're going to know your name.
That weird guy who posts like disturbing. I think his name is Elliot. But you have no idea how many people can't pronounce the name Lindamood, even though it's written down. It is amazing.
Hmm.
And why do people misspell my name? I mean, really, the most you can do. I mean, why spell
it is
with
fairly
one?
Self-explanatory.
But it's right there. It's right there. It has two T's. So why spell with one T? Are you really that lazy?
Because that's just variant spelling is all, and some people know it as that. Fun fact, my sister's name is very similar to yours, except without the T's. And when we were kids, every time we got a substitute teacher, they would always call her Elliot.
Which was a girl from Scrubs, and I had to live that down in middle school.
Well, my brother's name is Kirby. Like the video game dude.
No, like a vacuum.
Yes, that too. But every kid I ever met always forgot his name and then remembered it because, like, the video game kid. That was Kirby.
Oh, God. If I was his teacher, I'd be like, okay, Dirt Devil. Okay,
He's actually named after a great uncle of ours named Kirby Shelton.
Okay, Hoover.
It's
just.
I think I'd rather be called Hoover than Kirby, and that's even as a girl. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the name Kirby.
My name rhymes with Hora.
Not too crazy about the name Elliot, but hey, whatever.
When I was growing up, it was always, called tons of things: mushroom head, four eyes, Laura Hora, etc., stuff like that. So.
Well, the best part is I dated two girls. One was not at the same time. One was Lillian, and the other was Linda. And if we were ever to get married, they'd be Lillian Lindamood or Linda Lindamood. I can't decide which one's funnier.
Well, I guess at that point you could hyphenate.
Linda Lindamood.
Well, Linda, whatever her last name is, Lindamood.
Yeah, but come on.
Put something in the middle, buffer zone.
I don't think we. Yeah, but knowing us, I don't think we would have done that. It'd just be like, fuck it, let's confuse people.
Right? Well, that is fun, but there's also a choice not to change your name whatsoever at all, which is what I did.
Well, yeah. Duh.
The butt fuck zone.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I'm sort of traditional about.
I chose to save my last name as what it was because nobody at that point in my family looked like they would ever get married and have grandkids. So I decided, I'm going to stay what my last name is for the rest of my life because I like that. That's my name. It's been my name for my entire adult life, and I like it.
I'm sort of
But
traditional about that, but
my kids have my husband's last name. That was never a contention. I was always going to do that.
I mean, some husbands change their last name
Mm-hmm.
in this day. Jay Jones from Fuck I'm Dead changed his last name to his wife, so I'm sort of traditional about that, just in the fact that I don't know.
No, I understand. It's fine. It's just a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
My father-in-law gets super pissed at our wedding reception because I mentioned that I wasn't going to change my last name. And I think he took it as a personal slight because I think he thought that I was too good to be what they were or something like that. But that wasn't even the case at all.
Yeah, in some way, I get it. And some people don't. My mother didn't. So her last name is actually Elliot, and of course, some people, wait, you're Elliot? I was like, my middle name is even worse. It's Michael. I hate the name Michael. I can't even tell you why. I just despise the name Michael.
I've known too many Michaels. I understand that feeling.
I don't know. I don't like
I've
the way
never
it
really
sounds.
given a shit.
I've known too many Stevens also, Jim.
Way too many fucking Stevens. Stevens are
Stevens
shit.
are always the worst. They're just like the stupidest people.
Hey, Steve.
Have you ever threatened to turn someone into a unicorn?
Hey, you know what's even worse? People
Um,
named James.
Do you know
I
how you turn someone into a unicorn?
I have threatened to turn my children into frogs occasionally.
I
How you,
threatened.
how you turn someone into a unicorn is you grab your knife, jab it straight in the middle of their forehead, and leave it.
I threatened to turn someone into an omelet once.
And of course, a triceratops got to put one in the middle and one on each side of their skull.
That takes some
Total
work.
of 3 knives. Yeah.
Taken by the Triceratops.
Granted, in making unicorns or triceratopses out of people, they kind of die, but
I'm still looking for Bigfoot porn. If you guys can find it and link me the name of it at least, I can look it up. I don't care. I just want to know what it's called.
Oh, come on. Bigfoot porn's easy to find.
I looked it up via that article the other day talking about Wriggleburn and Cockburn, or Wriggleman and Cockburn, and I told the husband about it, and he lost his shit like I did. It was fucking hilarious.
her name was Wiggleman and Cockburn. That
Wriggleman
sounds like
and
a lot.
Cockburn.
Wiggleman
I was
and,
like, dude, you can't make this shit up.
and it's like that. They should just stop being, adversaries and team up, because that would
That'd
be
be
like
like
the ticket to
best.
vote for.
It's
Yes.
a
Or a
superhero
law
team.
firm. Wiggleman and Cockburn. Two
We are
attorneys
the politicians
fighting
you
for your
need,
right.
but the politicians you deserve. Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be a superhero team.
Oh god, now I'm thinking about Cockknocker.
Cockknocker. I'm Dick Cox.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
My balls are the most corrosive substance. My ball sweat's the most corrosive substance on the planet, and that is my superpower. I teabag things and it melts. Watch.
In this episode,
This episode tonight on Swine Brothers.
And Wiggleman and Cockburn. Heroic attorneys at law, saving the world by destroying it.
in this episode, why Jim shouldn't teabag a tank.
What?
I still remember. I don't remember what war game it was, but it was one of those really, really, really cheap and bad ones. And it was so cheap and bad that Puke punched a tank to death with one punch.
Awesome.
That
doesn't sound terrible. That sounds awesome.
Well, I mean, it was it wasn't meant to be. You weren't supposed to
I know.
punch a
I'm
tank
just
to
saying
death.
that was fucking hilarious, though.
Beyond the original Fable and Fable Lost Chapters, if you got more damage the longer you held back your bow, and there was no upper end limit. So if you sat there for an hour just holding your bow back, not taking any hits to cancel it, then released your arrow, you could one-shot the last boss. But it took an hour to get there.
And that's how he described it, by the way. Punched a tank to death.
One Punch Man.
But it's just like I'm sitting there, I'm pulling it back further and further. It's just.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I admit that I would like rubber band pennies to specific buttons on my PS2 controllers so that I could just run around in circles and fight things constantly.
I had to use a rubber band on my Nintendo controller so I can max out 99 potions on Final Fantasy 1 because you had to buy them one at a time.
So
But
Puke
like if
would
you held down the button, it would just keep going.
so Puke
Yeah.
would literally just walk around this landscape and just punch all the enemy's tanks to death, just one after another, just boom, because it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened, and like it was a God, this is a super soldier.
This is why my RP group has rules against sonic weapons and swords. Don't ask.
And then he kicked
Also,
it.
we had a dude that literally cut a Deathclaw's head off while drinking a Nuka-Cola.
Well, yes, and then he kicked it, and then he kicked the tank to death, which was even cooler.
While holding a casual conversation with my character, and I was just like, dude, what?
Yeah, right. It's
That guy's a legend in our group. We still miss him sometimes.
I want to punch a tank to death now. There was another game where he ate a military jeep. He was a human. He wasn't supposed to eat a military jeep, but he had a cheat code and he ate a jeep.
The 4 food groups are wood, plastic, metal, and the stuff they put inside Twinkies.
Don't forget Legos.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that.
Well,
Like
Legos falls under plastic.
he just went, "Watch this, horn." Did you just eat a jeep? Yes, I ate a jeep.
I ate a space fighter from the alien race trying to wipe out humanity.
Oh, fun stuff.
Jim, next time we do an actual article thing, can we do the or Jeremiah Duggar thing? Because I really, really, I will sit down and read that shit if we do it.
All right.
Because I think that would be hilarious.
I'll do it. Wiggleman and Cockburn.
Wriggleman.
I am Wargul. They think that. Sorry. Yes, Pathfinder will be glorious as I'm a half Grimlock, half dragon character.
Was that the one that hates dolphins?
That's the one who hates dolphins because they raped me or something.
I want to
get off my fucking leg.
I want to get going here because I'm like, blah.
Yeah, me too.
We've been here for a while.
I'm about to die. I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Mm-hmm.